T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What's up, partner? Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning to you, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of our friends and family around the world joining us for flight school from wherever you might be joining us for flight school. This is so awesome.
Bro, man, you're so mellow, and you're just like, hey, man, got that Barry White voice going. Yeah.
You're so crazy. You're so crazy. Awesome.
We got people joining us from around the world.
From all over the place. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Yeah, good. So good morning to our, let's see here. Good morning, our two favorite unicorns from St. Lucia, Melissa.
St. Lucia's in the house.
Yes.
Yes.
That. Dynamic Debbie, she's saying unicorns. All right.
All right. Hey, we got Viliami from Tonga in the house. What's up, Tonga?
Hey. Let's see. We've got Jennifer from Atlantic City. We've got Sue Van Camp from Davenport, Iowa. That's the first time I've seen Iowa.
That's like a new country for us. All right. We got James from Warwick, Bermuda, and Don from Colorado. What's happening, peeps? Welcome.
From Budapest. It's my birthday. It's a birthday.
Get out of here. Happy birthday, Budapest.
Yeah. Nice.
I love it. We have Jackie from Maryland. William, who feels like he's still in Mazatlan. We don't know where he really is, though.
Nicola from Sardinia, Italy. Hey.
Very nice.
Look at that.
Very, very nice. Ty from Bermuda. Ryan from Lebanon. It's going by so fast. There's so many people on.
Yeah,
oh, my God.
It's ripping. Eric Fritz from Frisco, Texas.
You got to read fast today. Latika from Jamaica. Portmore, Jamaica at that.
Bogdana from Romania.
What Nicole says, Jamaica Dea. All right. That's right. That's right.
That's Jeffrey Malcolm. Yeah. Hey.
Oh, all right. Adil from Belgium. I think that's a first. Belgium.
Yeah, I think so, man. Denise from Atlanta. I'm going over to Facebook now.
Monica says the Hungarian team is here.
Yeah. Yes.
Welcome, Hungarian team.
Let's see here. Kathleen just gave us 500 stars.
Way to go, Kathleen. And good morning to Blaze from Brisbane, Australia.
Juana says Iowa. It's a state. Did he say a new country?
Yep, I sure did. We have Deanna from Cozumel, Mexico. What's happening, Deanna?
Right.
All right.
All right, Nicole Knott from Louisville, Kentucky. I also know Alicia Yarborough's from Louisville.
We got Melissa from the Bronx, the Boogie Down. What's up, Melissa? How are you?
Okay, so Joseph Pakitoa from New Zealand. What time is it in New Zealand right now? It's got to be like 1 o'clock in the morning, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. It's definitely something like that.
Bro, you ready to get this kicked off? Ready to get us started, man?
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, I want to encourage our diamonds. I want to give you a shout out. Diamonds and Project Star 72 folks. Mr. Bugs has left you a message in the chat that you guys need to be responding to. So take a peek at that and make sure you get back to him. Awesome, because he's going to be sharing some things today. All right. Okay. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. You're the disclaimer
time.
Yeah, you make it so fun though. Everybody, listen to T. Gray do this.
I take it as a personal challenge each week. All right. So, disclaimer, especially now more than ever.
Oh, yeah.
Our disclaimer is important because we have introduced some new and exciting things to Ibüümerang, where people can learn, where people can protect themselves. And you know what? Where industrious people can make some money because there's a compensation plan here that allows you to profit from said activities. But we do not guarantee how much money you or any individual are going to make. Why? Because everybody's going to do something different. Some are going to do a lot and make a lot. Some are going to do a little and make a little. And guess what? Some are going to do nothing and make absolutely nothing. What you earn is entirely up to you based on how aggressively and how largely you do things like promote our services to customers and build a business and build a team. Those are the things that determine how much you make. And there's only one person who can decide how much of that you're going to do and how much of that you're going to earn. And that is the man or the woman looking back at you in the mirror. So that's our disclaimer. Make sure every time you do a presentation, make sure every time you do a training that you don't shy away from our disclaimer. People love it when you are straight up with them. And it's great when people understand, hey, I get to write my own ticket here and I can write as big or as little of a ticket as I want. That's a disclaimer and I'm sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it. That was good, man. Hey, James Riddick, I want to say this guy, I got to see him in Mazatlan.
Yep.
Just briefly. And he just dropped 1,000 stars on Facebook.
James with the stars, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Good stuff, James. Good stuff.
The kids, do it for the children.
All right. Elevate t-shirts. Hey, why are you not doing Elevate, bro?
I'm doing Vibe today. I was feeling my Vibe t-shirt today. And besides, after being gone for so long, I have an incredible pile of dirty BÜM gear upstairs. So I had to wear what I could get my hands on this morning.
Jeez. All right. I've got my new stuff on. I got my clothes washed.
You got your stuff washed?
Yeah.
Right. Well, awesome.
Hat on. Yeah. So you can get these cool shirts and hats over at
Ibm Hub. No, BÜM Gear. You tried to trick me. You tried to trick me. You saw me doing something. You saw me adjusting the camera, and you went for it, and you got me.
I got you.
You got me.
I got everybody at the event.
Yeah, you sure did.
Man, I got everybody at the event. Yeah.
Awesome, bro.
All right. So anyways, you can get it over at boomgear.com. Get your gear at boomgear.com. We've got lots of stuff over there, lots of new stuff. So rock and roll. Okay.
Mark got us today, everybody. He got us. He's tricky. You got to watch him.
Yeah, you do. You got to watch me, bro. You got to be careful. You can't be doing stuff, man.
No, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention with Mark.
All right. Ibm Hub updates. There have been a lot of Ibm Hub updates. So we got the new presentation, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's that?
On the front page of iboomerang.com. What you just asked, where's the new presentation?
No, I meant where on iboomhub.com. That's what I meant.
Page.
I meant specifically where. I'm sorry, excuse me. And then is it in downloads too?
No, not yet. We'll put it over there too.
Okay.
We'll put it over there. But I don't want people digging for it, man.
No, you got it right up on the front page there.
All new stuff goes on the front
presentation. Page. Boom. Download.
All right. Then we got downloadable templates. Yes.
You got new ones?
These are beautiful. These are in downloads.
Awesome.
So get your templates. If you're a founder for Elevate, get your template. If you got the Skin Tech Show special, get your template. Make it happen, folks. You know what?
Yeah.
These are nice.
They are really nice. And you know what? I'm glad that you guys made those because we're starting to see some homegrown stuff popping up. And folks, I'm just going to challenge you guys. Don't use your homegrown stuff. Mark's team is amazing and magical. And they're going to produce some stuff that's far better than anything you might dream up on your own. And it's stuff that's going to protect our brand and make everybody look good. So here we go. Download the official Iboomerang templates for Skin Tech, Elevate, etc. right now.
Sweet. Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Marcus Lewis. He donated 6,000 stars. All right.
Stars.
Good stuff, Marcus. Marcus is always on it, man. He's dropping stars left and right. All right. And we have
hold on a second. I'm not sure about what's being asked for in the chat. Someone said the presentation only in English for now.
Yeah.
And someone else said a mixed template for both would be great. You want a Spanglish presentation? Is that what they're asking for? No?
No, I don't think so. I would
Oh,
not want to do that.
okay. Let me drink some more coffee. I'll let you clean up that
It's in
mess.
English. It's in English for now. We are getting it translated. We're getting it translated as we are doing this call. Yeah,
Translations are happening. Hey guys, listen, the Iboomerang corporate team and all the teams that support us and work with us, like our external marketing team and our technology team, everybody is in a state of working their tails off right now to deliver everything. So if you're looking for something, we're already working on it. I can promise you that.
All right. Yeah. And so I did get it over to the Smakehow brothers as well.
Okay. Yeah.
They're translating it into Czech. So that's in process. So I got it over to Carlos. He's translating it into Spanish. So yeah, it's being translated into multiple languages as we speak. All right. Yeah. Now it's just up to those guys. So Star Achiever bonus plan. So Mr. Bugs went over this at Mazatlan for Accelerate, and it is up on
IboomHub.com.
All right. And we've got a new navigation link at the top. I told you we were going to do it. It's Star Achievers, and we've got the Star Achiever bonus plan. We got Star Achievers, the list, and then we've got how to become a Star Achiever on there as well. So it's all there, all good, all day.
I love it. Great job, team.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
And then we can start Achiever Zoom backgrounds too. Again, it's on IboomHub.com in the download section. And if you want to be featured on IboomHub, Hub, so listen, we've got the blog and we've got multiple Star Achievers up on that blog. Okay. So we need to, if you guys are Star Achievers, go ahead and send us your story. Send us your story. We need those stories. All right.
All right.
Okay. We've got 2 new websites.
We do. We do.
So we've got the brand new Iboomerang website at iboomerang.com. And we're not done with that yet. We've still got some things that we're doing to it. The Elevate one is definitely, I've gone through that one with a fine tooth comb, and that one is definitely rocking and rolling. But the iboomerang.com one, we still got some pages to add to that one. So
yeah, but still the market's sexy. And you know what? We don't need to just tell folks that we got it. We need to go ahead and share it with them. We need to show them.
Yes.
Let's go pop on over there to dun dun dun. The marketing team did a phenomenal job here. Mark, I love the little special effects that happened. There's one right up here, right? When the page first loads.
Yeah, first load.
Let's reload the page. Let's reload.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I was, I think I was standing with Daniel Camaro and we were going through the site and he just kept saying how sexy it was. Yeah. Right. I mean, look at the PRIB. The PRIB is spinning. It's just so cool. And then you come down here and look at that. Oh, Mark. Yeah. You guys crushed this. Hey, how many of you guys think that the Mark Kithcart and the marketing team totally crushed the new website? If you love the new website, let me see some 8s in the chat. Come on, let's see some 8s. Where them 8s at? All right, look at the special effects. I got to do it again. I'm a kid. I'm a big kid. I'm easily impressed. Oh, you guys see the way that phone just popped out from the side there? Mark, I love it. This is so cool. How many of you think it's just so much cooler than our original website, which was super cool in and of its own self? I mean, this is it's so cool, Mark. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you know what, everybody? each and every one of you have your own replicated version of this site. Now, we have one thing that's going on with the replicated sites this morning. We're working with Amazon to update the security, the SSL layer and certificates. So you're getting that secure site pop up. Don't worry about that. We're fixing that on our end. The site is not insecure, of course. It's just we have to update that certificate. So Mark, this is gorgeous. And how about we show them the Elevate site too?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and those are jumping off points for all the different websites.
Did you notice how I did that, Mark?
Yep, I did.
Because you built that into it,
yeah.
And it pops you right over. Like, so cool, right? And this site here is like just so, I don't know. Can I say badass, or did I just do it?
Well,
anyway,
you did. You said it.
So anyway, I probably wasn't supposed to say that. This family show, but it's out there now. All right. So anyway, check this out, dude. Like, seriously, like, you guys make us look so good, and I just love the.
I can't tell you how many hours we've spent on these sites. Yeah.
I know you did. It looks like it.
Yep.
It really looks like it. So, I mean, if for everybody who has not been to these sites, definitely take a look at them, and they are something to be very, very proud of. Mark, I just want to thank you, give you mad kudos, you and your team, for just doing it.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you did that, bro.
Right. All right.
Yes.
Back to the regularly scheduled programming.
Are we making you blush yet? Are you blushing?
Yeah. Nah, it's all good, man. Love it. All right. Hey, Vivian Everett donated 5,000 stars. Vivian, thank you so much. All right.
Yeah.
And we've got new iDecide. So listen, and this is another area we spent tons and tons and tons of time on, was the Elevate iDecide. Now, we're in process on the new Ibüümerang one, because there are still some tweaks and changes that we're making to that one based on the new presentation. Okay. So we got the new presentation ironed out before the show, before Accelerate. But now we're catching up, and changes were being made right up to Accelerate. So the Ibüümerang iDecide is still in process. So just hang tight for that one, and it will be here soon.
Horace Daly from Jamaica said the Elevate iDecide is sick.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
it is. I've had people hit me up about that Elevate iDecide, Mark, and it is just, it's amazing. It's more detailed than our other ones because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
But it's visually strong. I mean, everything about it is just, it's on target. It tells the Elevate story like it needs to be told.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. Takes a team too. I do not do all this by myself, and there's a team behind me and working with me actually, that makes all of this happen. So it is, and I just can't say enough about the team that we have here, the marketing team at Iboomerang. Phenomenal people. All right, so access the Accelerate 2021 live stream. We've got access to it. So yeah, you can just go down there to iboomerangaccelerate.com and get access to that, to the replay.
Yes.
All right.
Check out the replay.
This is all you, bro.
Oh, the new Elevate product training.
Yes.
So I love these product trainings that we're doing, right? This is a relatively new thing. We started this a few months ago. And so on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Central, we have a product training. And this coming Wednesday, it's going to be an Elevate product training by none other than the Elevate Director of Business Development, Ben Wright, and the Director of Elevate Education, John Spencer. So those are the two top guys at Elevate. It doesn't get any better than that. You definitely want to make sure that you and your team are on. Put it on your calendar and promote this throughout your team so that everybody's on this Elevate training. And I got to do a throwback shout out to this past Wednesday's product training. So this past Wednesday, we had a skin tech product training by some of the Project Star leadership from the advisory board members there. Carmen and Elaine, right? And Doris, and I forget who else was on there as well. Kiara was on there too, Kiara Lasty. And they did a phenomenal skin tech training. If you've got skin tech questions, what you want to do is you want to go back and find that video. Go to facebook.com/iboomerang/videos. And find the product training from this past Wednesday. And definitely you and your team watch that. You'll learn some great details about skin tech from the people who had a head start at using it and understanding it and sharing it with other people. So these product trainings are absolutely killer, bro.
Yep. And those product trainings are going to be up on Ibüm Hub too. So we've got a spot there called product trainings up at the top. So we do have trainings, and then it's product trainings, and it's the first drop down in product trainings. I'm not sure if we have that one up just yet, but it will be soon. It will be soon. All right.
I know we're going to have a very important schedule update. Happening right now, actually.
This is it. Here it is. So it's all about Zents, okay? Whether it's the moods or it's skin tech. And that's going to be Thursdays at 4:00 p.m. Central Time, starting in May. So the first one, let's see here. What's the date? What's the first Thursday in May here? Let's take a look. Next Thursday, May 6th. May 6th. So that's when those are going to start. And so tune in to those product trainings. And, you know, it's going to be about the product, number one, but then number two, it's going to be about all the testimonials that we're going to be getting coming in from these two amazing products that we have. You know, some of these testimonials on skin tech that are coming in right now, they're awesome. So yeah, it's going to be all about skin tech and the moves.
So folks, just so this is a major update. So what's going to happen starting in May is on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. we're going to have Elevate product trainings, and on Thursdays at 4 p.m. Central we're going to have Zents product trainings. And so the Zents line.
Did you say Wednesday or Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right.
Wednesday.
And then Thursday at 4 o'clock.
Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays at 2, Thursdays at 4. Elevate Wednesday, Zents Elevate Wednesday, Zents Thursday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Cool. All right, next slide. Whoa, Bill Genius.
Oh, getting up there.
Almost $750,000 saved. This is insane. You guys are still dropping in new customers.
That is so phenomenal. Look at that. So Bill Genius is just, it's predictable. You know, they can save your customer money, and it is absolutely strong. Now, somebody's asking, how are we getting new customers? Yes, you're right. Customer acquisition is temporarily down because we're about to launch to be able to totally turn on powered by IGO. I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. But yeah, so for all the customers and ambassadors who are already signed up with Bill Genius, we're at $741,000 and more in savings. This is crazy. I love it. I love it.
Cool. All right. And then if you have a testimonial, whether it's IGO, Vibe Rides, Bill Genius, Zents, or Elevate, we got to update this slide.
Yeah, we're missing one.
Yeah, we're missing one. Yeah. So yeah, just send those into marketing@iboomerang.com, marketing@iboomerang.com. And we want these new skin tech ones. So send them in to us. So marketing@iboomerang.com, whether it's skin tech or Elevate, we want all of the new testimonials coming in as soon as you guys can get them to us. And I see the chats are filling up with these testimonials. Guys, we need those testimonials. So
yeah, let's take a minute and show some love to these testimonials while we wait for our special guest to join us here for the next part. So some folks here, Sonny Cruz said that Bill saved her money while she was in Mexico. So that's good. Bill Genius works for you no matter where you are. They're working for you. Sue Van Camp says Bill Genius followed up with her this week on her phone bill automatically because her savings were coming to an end. And that's a very important feature of Bill Genius, that Bill Genius doesn't just go to work for you once. Bill Genius just keeps working for you. They keep track of when those contracts end. They let you know, and then they go back in and try to renegotiate your new contract to keep saving you money. So that is absolutely phenomenal. Let's see. Someone says, is Bill Genius in just the United States during the UK? Yeah, right now it's just in the United States, but as we build teams in other countries, we can maybe convince Bill to expand operations. What do y'all think? I think we can do that. What do you think, Mark?
Oh yeah, 100% for sure. 100%.
All right. Okie dokie. All right. Well, we are flying in the missing man formation right now.
You want to move forward?
Well, he said he wanted to do this with me. I don't know.
You want to get started?
Yeah, I kind of do, but I know he's out there somewhere. Yeah. All right.
Hey, listen to this, Tim Lambert. Always had trouble holding a hot cup of coffee. The cup was too hot for my hands. This week, with skin tech on my hands, I was able to hold my hot cup of coffee without burning my hands. People, do not try this at home. Oh my gosh, that is Tim. What are you doing, bro?
Oh, the things we do. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and move on, go forward here, and then I just got a note, so we're good to proceed. We're cleared to fly.
You want to take over and start sharing?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
That way you can just rock and roll, man.
That way it can do that. All right. What? Oh, no, hold on. No, not cleared to fly. Plane is grounded.
All right. Let me come back on here. Let me help you out. All right. I'm here to help you out, bro.
No. He doesn't want me to do that yet.
Oh.
He wants me to wait for him.
Okay.
So
well then
he needs look at our chat with him on your WhatsApp.
18 minutes.
Yeah. So why don't you let's skip forward to the Elevate stuff.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good.
And let's talk about that. And then we'll
all right. Here we go. All right. I've skipped forward. I'm going to share and boom. Here we go. How many founding ambassadors do we have out there today, ladies and gentlemen? If you're a founding ambassador, drop it in the chat. I'm a founder. Yes.
All right, where are the founders at?
Look at those. Look at those. So here's the thing. We had to drop the price. So it was $149.99 is what we were going to do. We decided, because we were, launching a little bit later than we thought we were gonna, we dropped it to $99.99. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And only the first 2,000 are going to be founders. So, and T. Greg, how many founders do we have? I think we
have a little bit over 1,000 right now.
Yeah. So if you want to be a founder, there's only 2,000 that are going to be founders, and the Elevate founders, the founder subscription is going to be grandfathered at $99.99 per month for 1 year.
Right.
So yeah, get on that.
Absolutely. And that's founder, not flounder.
What did you say? If you're not a founder, you're a flounder.
You're a flounder. Don't be a flounder, be a founder.
You're silly, bro. Okay.
I tried.
This next
Now,
one.
and I just want to talk about how to do this, right? So can we go back one to, so we are up until now, we've been working on the shop in the back office, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. If you're not able to do it there, definitely go ahead and do the manual request via secure DocuSign. How do you do that? Go to elevate.com, click on get started. It'll take you to the DocuSign manual form. Those count. Our team is processing those, and we will be importing those into the system so that those orders will be, you'll be able to see them in your back office as well. So definitely don't hesitate to use that DocuSign. Yes. So Peg is asking, can we still use that? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. If you're not able to do it in your back office, you can do it there. Gay Tarabi says, hey, that was a seamless process. Absolutely. Thank you. We're glad that we could serve you well. And I want to encourage everybody to use that process.
Right on. Okay. Do we want to talk about customers?
Yeah. So we have a customer promotion too, a founding customer subscription for $129.99. And that is down from the regular $179.99. So the first 500 customers will get to be founding customers. Now, here's the thing. You can't get your customers yet. You cannot sign up a customer at this moment. Okay. You cannot sign up a customer at this moment because Powered by iGo is not up yet. Right. And that's how customers will sign up for Elevate. They will go to your Powered by iGo Elevate link, and they will be able to sign up for Elevate there. That's something that we aim to deliver next week. This week, we've been focused on the ambassador platform, the ambassador back office. So get yourself ready, get your customers lined up, because we'll be able to sign them up at some point in time next week. But when the first 500, so now at the way this is going to happen now, Mark, we should do the first 500 in one day.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So you want to make sure you're paying attention to our announcements. If you're not paying attention, if you have not been paying attention, now is the time to make sure that you get email notifications, get your email tight, whatever, because that's how we communicate. We're going to put it on Facebook. We'll put it on Instagram. We'll put it on Telegram. We'll put it in leadership groups, and we will send out an email blast when this is good to go. All right. What's next?
So, hey, I'm going to play a video, man. I want to play this new travel to trade video.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
Cool. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, hold on. Darn it. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me stop sharing. Let me do this. Here we go. Now it's going to work. Sweet.
Fire. I love it. I love it. And you know what? We've got 1,005 founding ambassadors for Elevate so far.
All right.
That's absolutely amazing. Absolutely cool. And that video is so cool, whether you're going to travel to trade or trade to travel. we've got the solution for you with Elevate. So exciting. Yes.
Yes. So also, we use the ambassadors. We use the ambassadors for all these videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We use Edison from Dallas.
Yeah.
And we use Lindsay Johnson, Diamond Lindsay Johnson from Arizona.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Got to get this right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Here we go.
Now, is that right?
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, also, we've got an Elevate contest.
Talk about it.
An Elevate contest. So Elevate after Accelerate. So April 18th through the 30th, enroll to an Elevate, get your name entered into the drawing, okay? So this is going to be once you're able to get customers, right? So, and you know what? We're going to have to adjust this.
Yeah. We may have to adjust the dates, give them a little more time.
Yeah, we're going to have to give people more time. So yeah, so we're going to adjust these dates and you guys are going to be able to get out there, get these folks onto your teams and be able to win some of these awesome, cool prizes. So there's 3 total drawings plus 1 bonus prize. Now it's a random drawing. So, you know, you can pick any of these prizes. So it's the first person's name we pull out of the hat. You're going to be able to say, hey, I want one of these 3 total prizes. And that is 3 sessions with one of your top trainers or $500 in a trading account. And that's real money. $500 in a trading account, all set up for you so you can actually work with that money and grow that money because you're going to be learning how to elevate your income. Whoops, can I say that? I don't know if I can say that.
I don't know if you can say that.
Yeah. we'll edit that part out. All right. So it's either 3 private 90-minute sessions with their educator of choice or $500 in a trading account. All right. How about this?
Yes. Ooh, PS5. You know, I'm not a big gamer.
Yeah.
But this has been all the rage. I think this thing can change the weather.
What? I think it can too.
Because it's been all over my Instagram and TikTok and
what? You just can't get these. You just can't get them. Yeah. I promised my son one for Christmas and still no go.
Get it.
No PS5 available anywhere. All right. Okay. Now this is cool. So this right here is incredible. So a custom Falcon F10 trading computer valued at $1,800, $1,799. You know what? It just sounds cool saying it. A custom Falcon F10 trading computer.
It's like a fighter plane or something.
Yeah, it is.
Now, Mr. Haynes has one, and this is really a serious piece of machinery. It's got memory for days, processing power for days. If you want to hook up 6 monitors, heck, if you want to hook up 20 monitors, it could power them all and send the information to them. And it's great for trading because you need that internal memory and speed so that you can keep up with the information because obviously slow information could cost you money. So this is a really big deal that you could win this.
Sweet. Now, one final prize.
Boom! That's fire.
All right. So the person who is the top enroller, what do they get?
They get that fighter jet Falcon 10 trading computer and $1,000 loaded trading account.
Yeah.
$1,000 of real money in their trading account to trade with. Yeah. And who knows what that $1,000 could ultimately be worth.
Right. Yeah, you can grow it. And again, you know, that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. It's about the education. So they're not going to let you, you know, take that $1,000 and just run with it. You're going to get coached and trained by some of the top educators in the Forex industry. So
Yes.
yeah, and the P10 folks, they just had a blast with this. They got coached, trained, mentored, and they were more towards the end. A lot of folks were like losing money and blowing their accounts, but towards the end, they were like, now I'm getting it. Now I'm understanding. And so, yeah, just follow the program and you guys can learn here.
Mr. Haynes just dropped in the chat that it's an incredible computer. And I know he's got to love it. I was helping him get some of his monitors and stuff set up in his office. And that thing is just, it's a work of art. So I'm excited that that's one of the prizes, along with that $1,000 trading account.
Yeah.
Yes, that's good.
Cool.
That's
all right.
good.
So who got their show special? So here's what I want to do. I want to show the new skin tech video.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's show the new skin tech video.
Let's do it. All right. And go. There we go. Sweet. Right on.
That is fire. You guys made some really nice videos. You know what? How can you show the big video? You know, the one I'm talking about, the one that it was like for all the ones who care and the ones who got to protect and all that stuff.
You know what? You can talk about the show special and I'll find those.
Okay, cool. How about, before I talk about the show special, someone asked what would be their subscription date for Elevate? Will it be the date that you signed up? Very possibly. It will either be the date that you signed up, or it will be the date that we import them all into the system and they go live. All right. So that's a detail. We'll make sure that we let you guys know which one of those it is. And then I saw another one. That says, okay, so now this one says, if I choose the autopilot everything pack, which by the way, if you choose the autopilot everything pack, you are the bomb. You are awesome. All right. But the question is, does that make you an Elevate founder? No, you have to first subscribe to Elevate. So you got to do the Elevate add-on for $99.99. And then you'll choose that. And we're reprogramming something about the autopilot packs so that they don't charge you in that moment. So they just simply are now noted as your new subscription. Okay, so we're tweaking that. We should have that fixed in just a little bit. Let's see, what else? People saying, I got my show special, got 2 show specials. How soon can we start ordering skin tech outside of the show specials? You should be able to do that in your back office right now. We are fine tuning something about the ordering process, where when you process orders, it doesn't necessarily generate the invoice, but don't worry, we are capturing those orders. So if you want to order outside of the show specials, they are in the shop in your back office. Okay, got my show special. What is the difference between the $99.99 and the $129.99 amount for Elevate? Great question. $99.99 is for ambassadors. It's $99.99 to start and $99.99 a month. $129.99 is for customers. $129.99 to start, $129.99 a month after that. And of course, remember, you won't be able to get your customers actually signed up until some point next week. All right. Do the autopilot packages bring boomerangs every month? Of course they do. Yes. We wouldn't take away your boomerangs. We know you need your boomerangs. So we're going to make sure you have your boomerangs to operate with for that. So Mark, let's go ahead and show that video.
Well, hey, I've got the acid test video ready.
You got the acid test video. Oh, cool. All right, cool. All right.
What you're about to see was tried and tested at our protected facilities. Do not try this at home. This is SkinTech, a broad spectrum protective in foam form. It is literally an invisible glove on our skin, and it helps eliminate viruses, bacteria, and even spores on contact. What's really fascinating about it is that it can also protect your skin from corrosive substances such as acid-based insolvent. In fact, you know what? We're going to show you exactly in this video how it protects your hand against chloride acid, an acid that would normally burn. We waited 5 minutes for it to completely dry, and now we're applying acid chloride. We use the screws to show that there's an actual chemical reaction that takes place, and as you can see, it doesn't really affect the hand, and we get a 4-hour protection against acid chemicals, bacteria, viruses, no matter what. This is just amazing, right? This is by far the best sanitizing product in the world. SkinTech, soft to the touch and tough as nails.
Love that. Love that.
Love that video.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, love that. Hey, and so hey guys, just want to let you guys know we'll be working on those videos in Spanish ASAP. So we have all these videos in English and in Spanish as well. It's coming soon. Coming soon. All right. We have a special guest joining us on set today. We can save that, Mark, because he's probably going to want to talk about that. But we have a special guest
Hey,
that
hold
will
on.
be joining us.
Look who's
There
there.
it is. Our CEO, HB, Holton Bugs.
Good morning. Good morning, fellas.
Good morning. Good morning.
Great morning to you.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all looking good this morning.
Yes, sir.
Hey, oh, hey, look at that. Is that a new one? Is that a new shirt?
I don't know. All I know is mine has black diamonds here and green diamonds there. And
I got the cheap version of that one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I woke up this morning and Santa Claus said it's time for you to elevate your elevate game.
I love that shirt. That shirt is fire.
Y'all know who Santa Claus is, right?
Yeah, Tunde.
Yes.
Tunde Santa Claus.
Yes. Hey, Mark, I think we were on the naughty list this week for some reason.
Yeah, we were.
We didn't get anything from Tunde.
I didn't expect this one either. It was actually he had it in a bag in my car. So he didn't bring it in because I guess he didn't want anybody to fight because,
Rub it in, why don't you? Just keep going.
I'm just saying. So it slipped in my car. I was like, what is this strange bag doing in my car? It's kind of like one of those TSA alerts at the airport.
Mhm.
Has anybody given you a bag? Has anybody been in your bags? Has anybody forced you to put something in your car? I was like, yes.
Wow. Was there anything in your car, Mark? No, there wasn't anything in mine.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't?
No.
No.
But you know what?
And I saw Santa Claus in the office yesterday too.
Well, I've been nice. You guys have been naughty.
Okay.
Hold on for a second, guys. I have to give a little quick 2-second commercial. I have a question T. Gray and Mark cannot answer. I've told you guys time and time again, everywhere around the world, what is the key to success? Put it in the chat. What is the key to success? The first person to answer the key to success. Who's that? Mario. I'm on Facebook. That's Mario. Mario answered, the key to success is chapstick. I want you to make sure we send Mario one extra or a 2-pack of the SkinTech small and one of the large SkinTech.
Awesome.
Mario is on there, and send them And whoever the first one on Facebook was, 2. You gotta know. He called it lip save, but so I guess I am saving my lips. But I have found, I do the research, guys. I'm one of these chapstick junkies. I have chapsticks from every manufacturer that you can ever imagine. Okay, ever imagine. Now, here's the cool thing. When people say like hand sanitizer, I want to make our name the name. I don't want people to say like hand sanitizer. They're going to be saying, hey guys, who's got Skin Tech, right? And chapstick is a brand. It's actually not a product. It's a brand. Right. This is called lip balm, but we call it chapstick because the brand name is so widely known. And it's the same thing as like when you sneeze, you reach for a Kleenex. You really reach for a tissue, but it's called Kleenex is the brand. So I have found what I believe is the best brand. I know I get off on these tangents here. I got to bun them. You know what I'm saying? It's called bunning your lips. Now I'm ready. Okay. All I gotta have is me a latte, some water. I always keep a marker around me, and just in case I draw on the green screen.
No.
Do not draw on the green screen, please. Okay. Do not destroy the studio, HB.
Brian says Pampers and Pampers, and Pampers is right. Diapers is really what it is, but the brand is Pampers. And so our goal is to rule the world with Skin Tech, because nobody's going to want sanitizer. Who wants sanitizer on their hands? It's such a nasty feeling now when I walk through, like you go into a store or a restaurant now, and they have this stuff that they pump and they hold your hand out, and it's like, it reminds me of being in kindergarten or a little, what do you call it? Kindergarten or preschool. Mm-hmm. And, because you were an irresponsible little boy or little girl who didn't clean your hands, and come on, little boys and girls, let me go ahead and let me spray your hands. And now you walk into a store, you're an adult, and and some of these bottles, it looked like it's recycled. Whatever fell on the floor or whatever dripped off, they recycled it, put it back in the bottle, and they're squirting it back on your hands. Oh, and it's nasty. It's nasty.
The bottle looks bad. Everything looks bad about it.
The bottle's bad. I'm like, the bottle's got all types of bacteria around the nozzle. I'm like, somebody needs to sanitize the sanitize.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I know I'm going to get in trouble, but.
No, but you know what, HB? Have you started doing this? When you go in and they want to pump something in your hand, say, no, sorry, I got some already.
Hey, listen, I don't let them touch me.
Yeah.
I don't even let them touch me. I'm like, get away. I'm like, no, it's bad. I'm looking at my bag here. Hold on. Well, I have my Project Star bottle in here. This was I used to carry my private. Where's my branded bottle? Did I sell it? I did. I sold it to my chef. I sold it to my chef. I forgot. I sold it to my chef, so I don't have any branded product. I couldn't sell on this one. This one had been used already. So I'm going to get started here in our training today.
Oh man.
By the way, guys, when you look at that acid test, I tested it first.
Yeah, you did. I know. I remember. Yeah.
I tested it first. I actually was going to do it in Mazatlan on stage. But we ran out a little time, but I tested it first, and I just put the stuff on and let it dry, and I poured the acid in my hand, and it was way too much. It was supposed to be a little dab, and the next thing you know, my hand is full of this acid, because that shooter, it just gushes out. We didn't measure it. I should have tried it with water first, right?
Yeah.
And here's what happened. We had the marketing team, the video team, to smuggle some of that acid over to Mexico, right?
To Cabo,
and it destroyed it melted the whole everything disintegrated.
It disintegrated.
Wow.
And we couldn't get it to Mazatlan.
It disintegrated.
Yeah.
So now I'm all good. Man, my hands feel like I got chapstick on them. They're good. I'm telling you, this is some good stuff.
Hey, by the way, Kendrick Philpart is the first person on Facebook to get your chapstick question.
Kendrick, Larita says terrible.
Yeah.
She says terrible. Some of y'all know what that word means. Terrible.
Terrible.
Not terrible. Terrible.
All right.
See, when I joined these guys, I guess the humor in me, the comic in me just kind of comes out, because they have this influence on flight school that, you know, I get on and I guess sometimes the surprising things about your CEO just comes out.
Yeah.
Especially me talking about
we get to experience it every day, right?
Yes, every day. This is every day for us.
He's serious, but yeah, most of the time, man, he's cutting up. You know, as a CEO, you are the best CEO in the world. You are. And, you know, I can't get over it, man.
I appreciate it, because I question it sometimes. I'm like,
you know, you're serious when you need to be, but for the most part, man, you're fun, you're light, you're mellow, and it's awesome, man. It's so cool to be working with a CEO like you. And I've worked with tons of CEOs, you know, reported directly to them in these big, massive companies, and man.
Well, you know, Mark, so many CEOs don't understand what their job is. If you do any type of research on what the CEO's job is, the CEO is the custodian of the vision. And HB, that's exactly what you do, man. You own the vision, you keep everybody on vision, you constantly communicate the vision, and you expand and refine the vision. And that's what we need. That is what we need.
Well, we got plenty of vision. Matter of fact, we got a big surprise for you when we talk about vision later on. Not on this call.
Okay, all right.
We'll talk about vision.
I was just about to pass out.
Listen, when we talk about vision, you're going to either need some glasses or your vision is going to grow when we talk about vision. So
yeah. Anyway,
can I give one more nasty story?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Yes.
I have to sell skin tech right now. So I don't sell skin tech by talking to people about skin tech. I sell skin tech by talking about how nasty the alternatives are. And then they said, do you have something else? I'm like, and I said, I want it anyway. No, don't listen to me. Listen to the ladies on Wednesday who did the product call. Don't listen to me about selling skin tech right now, okay? Because you go up to somebody and talk to them about the nasty slime that they have on their hands, you know, the recycled, you know, product that they're using, and they'll look at you a little crazy. But anyway, we're in the airport, and you know, once you get educated, you start to look at things differently. And once you get educated, you look back at what you used to do, and you're like, I used to do that, right? It's kind of like, you remember early on in my life, even before I actually took a plane, you remember they had ashtrays on plane because they used to smoke on planes. Yep. Can you imagine everybody lighting it up on the plane these days?
Gross.
You know, it'd be pretty bad. You can't even, you know, in America, you can't even smoke in restaurants. And so it's like, wow, you know, I was a waiter, and I remember, you know, when I used to wait tables, I remember, you know, no, I never wanted to serve the smoking section, you know, and it was, seriously, guys, it was, your tips were less if you served the smoking section. And so it was, you know, I can understand the correlation between that now, but anyway, so I looked, and I was going through Mazatlan, coming back to Houston. I give the lady my boarding cards. She's got on gloves. You know the gloves that when you were in like elementary school and you went to the restaurant or not the restaurant, but what do they call it in school? When you had lunch?
Cafeteria.
Cafeteria. And you remember the lady who would scoop the mashed potatoes and the green beans and those gloves that they had on? You know what I'm talking about, Mark? Listen, I'm giving her my boarding passes, and I was about to say an extra scoop of macaroni and cheese, please. Right?
I can't thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Angela, do we have a fan in here? Is our budget big enough for a fan? Can we bring one in here? This cafeteria's got me hot. Can you bring me the fan? And then when we take a break, on my desk, bring my eye drops. All right, I need my eye drops. I'm gonna start crying in a minute, right?
Chapstick, eye drops, fan. Anything else?
Oh, by the way, I didn't tell them which one is the best brand. It's L'Occitane. I'm selling lip balm now. L'Occitane. It's the best lip balm in the world. It's ultra rich. Okay, it's called Stick Livers Ultra Rich by L'Occitane.
Bro.
And if you want the best, I'm telling you, I know they're probably gonna. I should have them send me a bonus because I know they're gonna sell out. But listen, I'm sitting now, going up, and the cafeteria lady, I mean the airport lady, she has these little thin gloves on, right? And the eye drops are. I should have some in my bag. Oh, they're on my desk. Yeah, they're on my desk. Look, I got more. This is Burt's Bees. This used to be good, but okay right now. The other one I get it from my dentist. That used to be the best one. But anyway, this lady, I'm looking at the lady and she's a nice lady. I was afraid. I'm serious. I was afraid because I was way back in the line. And I saw some people that looked suspect. You ever seen some people in these days that look suspect? They look like, okay, I don't know if they washed their hands in, the last week or two. And so I'm like, a few of those people was in front of me in line. And so they walked through, and this lady with the little 2 scoops, she's taken with the same gloves. She's taken their boarding pass and they're touching hands, and it was bad. And I just lathered up. Let me get me an extra, I just lathered up. And I'm serious, guys. I did. So anyway, I think, what, we're not bringing any more products out, but a new product that we are going to come out with, it's called Surface Tech. What if you had a nice little wipe and you can wipe down all your surfaces, and you're sitting at a place, and it's cool, isn't it? Yeah. So I just look at life differently now. I'm so grateful for this product. It's amazing. But we have some stuff to talk about. Let me get off of the cafeteria lady. I'm hungry now. I would love to have her serve me some mashed potatoes, but they're going to have to use this first, okay? Green beans, mashed potatoes, and if they've got a little bit of, I'll take some broccoli with cheese. I used to go to the cafeteria all the time, right? My mom used to take me every other Friday when she got paid. We used to go to Morrison's. My brother's too young to remember. I think when he was born, he took up all the money. So we didn't have enough money to go to Morrison's after he was born. So he doesn't remember. But when I was the only child, we had enough money. She's taking me to Morrison's. So Tyree, you spoiled me going to Morrison's when you were born.
He took up all the money?
He took up all the money because he became the favorite child. And all of that Similac that she would buy for him, I couldn't get Morrison's because he needs Similac. And I'm like, anyway.
I don't even know what to say.
Morrison's cafeteria. What'd you say?
I don't know what to say.
I'm serious, but you guys don't get that visual. The ladies with the plastic.
Yeah, totally. The gloves were all crusty. They had
crusty.
Silver.
I'm wondering, is it just me? I'm like, is it?
No,
it's not
just
the only
you.
person.
Me too.
It's not.
I'm bold enough to say what many of you on Facebook feel. Okay, many of you on this Zoom, you feel it. You watch the people and you're like, That's the lunchroom lady. We used to call them lunchroom ladies, right? They never had names.
Yep.
You didn't know their name. We call them lunchroom ladies.
This experience has clearly traumatized you, sir.
I know. Yes. So anyway, I guess we have some stuff that we have to talk about. I've sold chapstick. I've sold green diamonds and black diamonds. I've sold Elevate. I've sold my chef skin tech. Yes, you can't work for me unless you partner with me. I've got my housekeepers coming today. They will not be able to clean anything in my house before they lather up. And they can't use my product. You got to use your own product.
So you got to buy some.
Matter of fact, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to prove it to everybody. I'm going to sponsor them. This is the easiest thing in the world. Guys, some of you don't even know what you actually have. There was somebody laughing about our product, right? And somebody who's, I don't know who, it doesn't matter. Oh, I can't believe they launched hand sanitizer. And I'm like, I can't believe Jackie just sold 100 bottles to a church and they want 100 bottles a month. That's $700 of residual, $8,400 a year. She just got a raise. Ain't that so funny? And that's not including the other pastors who want more. You keep laughing. I see you're going back to climbing telephone poles and installing cable TV. But Jackie's free over here, I'll tell her my cable's out. Listen, call him. When it rains, my cable, I may need it. My cable's out.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
My cable TV, sometimes it gets like cloudy. I don't have that experience. So call them and tell them, hey, could you come fix my cable for me? All right. And we need a good cable guy. Jim Carrey's retired. All right, let's get serious here. I'm sorry, guys.
Exactly.
I know we have some guys. Let me talk to our guests here today. I know we have guests on and they invited, hey, our CEO, and they're expecting, me to come on maybe in a suit and tie or maybe a collared shirt and everything. And I come on here with blinged out shirts and stuff, and I'm talking about all of this crazy stuff. And I know I probably turned you off. So let me sit up right.
Oh, okay. Hey, we need to clean up.
We need to clean up our act, especially you, Mark. Okay, you need to clean up your act. Okay, so let me get back into the mode here. Okay, so do cable guys also work on Wi-Fi? Because our Wi-Fi here is not the best.
Oh God.
So, anyway.
Okay.
All righty. Let's go. Do we have slides for me?
Yes.
What am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? I forgot everything I was going to talk about today, but I'm going to talk about it.
Okay, we can do tech update. Let's do tech update.
All right. You going to run the slides? You run the slides.
Yeah, I'll let pop up the tech update slides. Hold on here.
All right.
Hey, kids here, if you could check with Anna. I didn't see a response, so I had Anna do it as well. So make sure y'all are not double timing it. So check with Anna, just to let you know. So, so Stephen Thomas says, please, HB, get to the, I know he said, please get to the topics. I will, promise.
Okay, here we go, HB. All right.
You've got a little,
okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Boom. All right, HB, so we got the tech platform update. All right.
Platform update. Now, here's the cool thing, guys. Let's talk about this real quick. I'm excited. I am really, really excited about what we have actually done, what we've accomplished. And I want to put it in perspective for many of you as well. When it comes to technology, Mark told me a couple things yesterday, and we have kind of the same sentiment. We were just going back and forth on tech platforms. What we've done, is we basically rebuilt our home. We did. This wasn't an upgrade. This was a complete demolition. I don't say demolition of what we had, but we just, we built a brand new one. And none of the old technology is a part of this technology. So we didn't just take the foundation or the base of what we had and say, let's make it new. We started from scratch. We started from absolute scratch. When I built my home was there. I bought it at the time. It was like, it was a beautiful home. I didn't buy it to live in it. It was a home that I had admired. It was the first home that I said, man, I could I used to dream about living in that home. So my realtor, a good friend, called me up and says, hey, listen, your dream home is for sale. I said, it is. I said, let me go see it. I went and looked at it, placed an offer on it, and they didn't accept my offer. You know why? I'm cheap. And I don't pay retail for anything. And you know what? Disappointing. I didn't get it. Doesn't belong to me, because here's the price I'm willing to pay for it. My realtor calls me back about 3 weeks later. He says, listen, you know what? That house, they didn't accept your offer. It's now going into foreclosure. You can talk to the bank. I went in, talked to the bank, and looked at the bank and said, hey, here's a check for the house. Here's what I'm willing to pay. And they said, well, you're going to get financing together. I said, I brought my financing. Here's a check. Gave them a check. I want the house. We had 1-page document. Wasn't all of these long documents that we had. And because the house was so big, they were able to use a commercial style agreement or something, they said. And I never forget, we were leaving to go to see the Orlando Heat play in the playoffs. This is when LeBron was playing for, I said Orlando, the Miami Heat play the Oklahoma Thunder. So if you can remember those days, that's when I bought the house. And I gave them a check, bought the house, and went to the airport, caught a plane, went on, and enjoyed the series, came back, and started the process of overhauling this house. And then what happened was, I realized that my dream was not becoming a reality, or our dream home was not becoming a reality to us. And so I remember, sitting there talking, and well, at first it was going to be just a regular home. And Erlene said, this could be the dream home. And so I started focusing on making it the dream home. And she got a team of people, designers, and it wasn't, we spent a few $100,000 on refurb, and it just still wasn't the dream. Fired them. I think we brought somebody else on, fired them, and we brought on our main people, and it became the dream house. And what we did is we tore everything down, and we just started from the studs. It was 17,000 square feet when we bought it. And 5 years later, when we finished, it was 28,000 square feet when we finished. We didn't go for size. We didn't say we're looking for this size house. We just said, let's build the things in the house that we want. And once we finished designing what we wanted, that was the size of it. We didn't even know it until the floor plans were completed and they added up what the square footage was. I just wanted to make sure I had my things. She wanted to make sure she had her things in there. So what took place is, here's the cool thing. We spent all the money on this home, way over budget, okay? A lot over budget, okay? It was crazy over budget. And, but what we did is, I never forget, we're about to move in. It's 5 years later. We're about to move in. And I love to celebrate. So we're about to do a Super Bowl party, okay? And I remember T. Gray reminded me of that yesterday. He says, yeah, I remember the Super Bowl party. And I told him, I said, T. Gray, we'll be in. It's not a problem. We're gonna be in. It's in February. And this was maybe 4 months out. I'm like, this is a done deal. I'm like, you want to place a bet? And he was afraid to bet me at the time, but he looked at me and he's like, you're not gonna be in. I'm like, I'm gonna be in. He said, you're not. We're gonna have a Super Bowl party right here. Look, everything's done. Floors are in, walls are up, everything looks like it's in. And it was. I mean, cabinets were in, lights were in, they were just doing finishing touches. Well, no Super Bowl party. Wasn't ready, okay? Couldn't get my final certificate of occupancy to even have the party. We had scheduled for our furniture people to deliver all the furniture that had been made for the house. And we had to reschedule them because we're like, we're not ready. It's not ready. And they told us it's not going to be ready, but it was me. But here's the thing. Even when we moved into the house, you know, the people were working in our house doing finishing touches for a year. For a year, maybe a little longer, right? And it's been 3 years since we've been in there. There's a couple things left, just a couple things left. That's how it is when you build a new home for your business. It's no different. So we don't apologize for bringing you the latest and the best technology that we feel that you could actually have for building your business at all. We just want you to understand what you got. Some of you have never been in this environment of owning a company. And what I mean, you own Ibüümerang, you own your portion of this company. And maybe if you've worked as an employee and you haven't had access to the tech, it sometimes looks easier than you think it is, okay? It appears very simple, and it's not simple. But that's why you get good qualified people who do it, all right? And so the thing I'll tell you is when you're in there, I don't want you to get frustrated if you hit a button and that button, you know, doesn't respond back to you. Let us know. It's your house as well, okay? And so I'll never forget, we tell my son, hey son, listen, if you're working the home automation system and the button doesn't work, write it down, let me know. Don't get frustrated, let me know, because they don't live here. They built it, but this is a large house. It's 28,000 square feet. And you can't possibly know every single thing and have every single thing 100% right when you move in. And what we did is we always made a list. You know, we still have like one section of lights that just doesn't work. On my stairs, we just noticed I've got a piece of wood that they never placed in up under the stairs. And I looked up and I saw, I was like, wow, they never finished that. I've got blue tape in my closet where they were supposed to seal off a wall. And it's just small little knickknack things, but they got to the important things. We enjoy it, we live in it, and it's the same thing you're gonna have. Here's the thing, you won't ever have to go through this again. Ever, 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 ever. So in terms of building a brand new system, we own this one here. This is the code, we own it, and anything that we want to build on it, we can build from here. So all of our apps that we will have from now, everything that we have will be able to interface with this technology that we have put in place for all of our owners, for you, okay? And so we have, we took that, you know, on the chin, and we don't call it a sacrifice, it's an investment. It's what we do in business, is what you do in business. And it's no different than the street that's right down the street from us. You know what? They wanted to redo the drainage. It was an inconvenience for probably the last year. Coming back home, we noticed, wow, the road is now looking good. And they still have the little construction things out there. And they're gonna fix up a little bit of stuff. It's a little inconvenience, but you know what? We'll have a smooth road on that particular side of the street there for this new neighborhood that we just built. It just took some time. So I want to put it in perspective for you. And some people say growing pains. It's not, yeah, you can say growing pains. It's necessary. Whether we were just in the beginning growing or 10 years later, it will happen. It has to happen. You ever been to an airport and they say, well, sorry, pardon our dust? Because they have to do all of everything while business is still in business. And your company is no different. You know why I'm excited? I know what our challenges were for the last 2 years. We outgrew everything that was built for us. It was a template that was built for us with the intention of being able to build it once we stabilized, but we just kept growing. And there was no time that they can take off to say, let's build the right thing. And I know the vision of where we're going in this company. It's already starting. I remember when we hit our, what we call our low point, and we're now far from that. We're now going up every month. We're increasing in sales, increasing in enrollments. When I say rebound, we're talking, this is a big one. And so we wanted to eliminate any of that stuff that will take place. I remember, I'll share this story with you. I remember listening to audio tapes. I'm an avid listener to audios, and I remember listening to some of the Amway tapes that I had when I first started building. And I remember them telling the stories of how it was when they were enrolling distributors, and because they didn't have computers, and when they wanted a snapshot of their downline, they would have to email the company, pay for a file, and if you were a big leader, many of them, they would receive reams of paper like this and big boxes, and it was the paper that went on I don't know if you guys remember dot matrix printers, okay? Right now, everybody knows laser printers, and if you're a millennial, you don't have any idea what a dot matrix is. But it was just, it will print out everything by using these dots really quick, and that was like high technology. And it would be reams of paper with the holes on the side, because it would be one long string of paper, and you look at your organization, and it could be 10,000 pages long. And it would tell the stories about products that were coming. And because they didn't get the formula right, they would take laundry detergent, ship it. They were selling millions of this stuff. And laundry detergent, depending on what part of the country you were in, you'd get it, all of your product would come, but they'd always have to buy an ice pick, because the laundry detergent was so clumped up because of maybe humidity, whatever part, and they'd get the laundry detergent and they'd have to use an ice pick to unclog it up. And then they use it. So they take a clump of laundry detergent, throw it in the washer. And you know what? You know, people quit because of things like that. But do you know the most millionaires in the history of network marketing have been created through a company where you had to, your ice pick, just like that. I remember Ed and I and T. Gray were in a company, and we came up with a gummy bear with vitamins in it. And we made millions in this company. And this gummy bear with vitamins, in the beginning, we formulated this product, and then they shipped it to us. So here's your ready product. And all the gummy bears were like a dark brown, horrible looking, not appetizing whatsoever. I remember Ashley looked at those things, that's Ed's daughter, and she says, I'm not eating that, that's gross. And in Houston, it gets like African hot in the summer, right? And so they ship us, and we're so fired up and excited. We had all the kids doing these sales orders, all these sell-a-thons, donating money to charity, buy these gummy bears, and they were selling like crazy. Now all the shipments of customers' stuff came in, and the gummy bears were in a packet, right? You had this big packet of gummy bears, but they'd sit the box outside the house. When you come home, you'd open it up, and you had one gummy glob. They all melted together, and it was just one big, huge Papa Bear, gummy bear. And you had to just peel from the bear. And some people say they remember that, right? You just peel an ear off over here, just chew it and peel another one off. And because all the bears were just together, made millions of dollars. And what we did is we sold it. We sold it. And, you know, but I listened to the stories, and if you haven't, you should always listen to people who've gone before you. Listen to what their challenges were, listen to what their successes were. It makes a big difference. What it does is it lets you know how far advanced you are in the future. No matter what you feel you may be going through, you're advanced. You are far along than where you're supposed to be. Now, here's the thing, okay? You can go get an Amway now. All of their products are perfect, okay? But go try to start building there. Go try to find people, you know, to go over there and build. It's just difficult to start there. And so you take some of that, and so don't apologize to people about we were supposed to have it launched here, and we're supposed to have, you know how many failed launches Apple has had? And they're the largest company in the world, you know? Some of the failures you don't even know about. Products that came out that weren't ready. Samsung came out, their product wasn't ready. Batteries blew up all over the place, and now we can't even take them on planes and stuff like that. And so we designed a whole brand new technology. It's what happens. Get tough skin, become a big boy, big girl, own a business. A customer, I can understand a customer saying, hey, listen, my product didn't get here. You sent me a blob, you know, or if the Skin Tech came and it was all frozen. You know, the bottles we gave out to everyone in Mazatlan, we wanted to get you guys product right away. So we order product or order bottles immediately from a source on Amazon, and we find out that those bottles, some of them were leaking. That's not our regular stock, but we learn from it. And that's what you do. You learn from it. Thank you guys for giving us the feedback. Many of you looked at the website and said, this button is not in the wrong place, or the e-wallet's wrong. Well, guess what? You give it to us, we correct it. We never have to go back there and correct it again. So it's a great journey. We're excited about it. I love it because I already know some of the challenges that we've had in the last 2 years. We will never, ever have to have those ever again. So, but you can, T. Gray, I know you've got some stuff on the technology platform update. I'm going to go through some comp plan stuff as well a little bit later. So Mark, if you can tee up the Star Achiever stuff, if you can have that ready, I'm going to go through that and give you guys some good news on that as well.
Yeah, HB, you know what? That was really powerful analogy and update, you know, just perspective that you gave there, and it's extremely well received. And part and parcel to that is the fact that we're not just building a new back office, right? Because, you know, many people have been through back office changes in other companies, but like you said, we've rebuilt our house. And the slide that's up right now, I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about the fact that this is bigger than just our back office.
It's much bigger, guys. Some of you, you know, I think some of you probably, and even still to this day, it's amazing. I get emeralds and diamonds and rubies come up to me now, and I love to hear it. And you know what they say? Every time I talk about it from the stage, here's what they come up and say. I really never understood the PRIB until just now. I love it because, and I don't criticize that. You just don't understand it. How could you understand something that you've never seen before? Well, this vision that I've had is how network marketing should be done. You know what I realized? We couldn't do it with our old back office. Some of you are wondering, well, when are you going to be able to send information to our iGo customers for this? Well, we couldn't do it. And in business, you have to be ready for certain things. So if you see at the top, we talk about our customer portal. Why? It's number one, it's most important, all right? We got 1 million customers. We did that in a short period of time. We're over 1 million now. We're headed towards 2 million customers. That's almost unheard of. I had a good friend of mine who is probably, you know, some of you guys know who I'm talking about. I think she's one of the smartest people in network marketing, if not the smartest person that I know now. I counsel with her all the time. And on my way back, she called me up and she heard about the hand sanitizer. This is when you know, this is what you do. You always listen to something and put things in perspective. You got one person who's, like I said, one person who's probably going to have to go back, you know, using their pliers to attach cable, who looked at this product and laughed. You have another person who calls me up, congratulated me, says, listen, genius product, genius. I want some, I need some. I'll show you her text message. Here, and we got on the phone, I was on the plane. She says, I don't know how you do it, but you just always find things that nobody else thinks about, and you make it so simple for people to get customers. She says, I have to tell you some good news. I said, what is that? She's not about money at all. She doesn't really care about money. She lives a very simple lifestyle. I've known her for years. She said, I just hit over 300,000 a month. She said, and she won't tell anybody, okay? I said, congrats. She said, I know that's no money to you. I said, no, trust. She said, yeah, but I know what you've done. I said, no, it's not about what I've done. I said, that's a huge accomplishment. She said, you know, last month I had only 680 people join my group last month. I said, you did? She said, but I had 28,000 brand new customers that came in. She said, that's where, she says, what you just did is genius. Okay. And so it's customer portal is there. Why? Because we're going to build something. It's Perpetual Residual Income Builder. So we now tie the Ibüümerang is now connected because we have the foundation to do this. Much of the stuff that we have, the technology, you'll never see the technology. You'll experience the benefits of it and why we had to do it now. We couldn't run and get it done later. Let's do it while we're resetting. So we have the iboomerang.com that will be in there. That's for our, you know, for people to come take a look at our business model, the admin control center, which means all of our staff, and all of our executives and employees, we now give them full control over what their job responsibilities are. Can I give you a secret? You remember when you guys wanted to have a password reset? Do you know customer service couldn't even do it? If you want to change, you'd send it in, we'd have to wait for one person, our technology company, we'd send a ticket in, say, could you please change this password for this distributor? Just simple stuff like that. Many things that they wanted to do for you, they had no control of being able to do it. They have it now. You know, we have the Ibüümerang, the ambassador replicated sites. This is for you, for people to join your link, see a little bit about your opportunity. The customer portal is completely separate. It's powered by iGo. We wanted it separate. Why? Because network marketing companies sometimes have a stigma attached to them. And customers sometimes say, well, you know what? I'm not a fan of network marketing, and they don't want to buy your product. Some customers are, and they will buy your product. But if it doesn't come up, everybody will buy your product. If it's not an issue, now what we've just done is we've erased the barrier. So the customer portal will be powered by iGo. So powered by iGo will be the brand that customers will see. They don't even know Ibüümerang exists. And it's none of their business that it exists. That's the marketing campaign, okay? The business or the product is what they're interested in. Now, some of them will want more information on the business based off of what you send them and the relationship, but many of you won't have relationships with these customers because you'll meet them in airports, you'll meet them in restaurants, you'll meet them all over the place. They'll scan your QR code from a billboard that you set up or from a coaster that's in a restaurant or from on the side of a car, on a window, somewhere that you're advertising your business, on your t-shirt, at a festival, and there's no personal relationship. And they scan your QR code and they learn about these amazing products and services and they want in. But as soon as they see MLM, their eye knew this was one of those things and they're gone. Nobody else in network marketing does it this way. Nobody. Everybody does it the old way. Come buy from my network marketing company. No, come buy products that you want. It's just happened to be distributed and commissioned to people in network marketing. Network marketing is the method by which we build our distributor base and get an expansive customer base. We don't make that the big deal to customers. They don't care about it. They don't. And sometimes it's a turnoff. This is why we did it this way from the beginning. I have people who joined Ibüümerang, and when they came and joined Ibüümerang, they said, oh, I have the iGo site already. I had no idea that Ibüümerang was a company. And every time I hear that, I'm like, yes, it's working. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do, okay? So with this, with the admin, the ambassador back office, the Ibüümerang technology platform, now, once we get the customer portal up, now we take the genius. See, you guys haven't seen the genius of Mark Cathcart yet in terms of the data analytics and all of the stuff that he knows that nobody around here knows how to get this information. He understands that, and he's going to bring on teams of people or whatever it is that understand that. And now we start marketing to your customers the way that they should be marketed to. Network marketing shouldn't be difficult for elephants in the fish. You shouldn't have to follow up with customers. What if you had 100 of them? Now you're spending all of your time calling 100 customers, saying all the wrong things. You don't know how to design follow-up and funnel systems and all that. Why? That's not your job. It's our job. You get the customer, that's your job. We'll keep the customer, that's our job. That's what we'll do. So think about it. When your customers are out there and they've signed up for iGo or they've signed up for Elevate or whatever it is they've signed up for, and they go back to the page, we'll use data analytics and demographic analysis and interest analysis based off of certain algorithms to determine what they are most likely to have an interest in based off of what we sell. So if we see people that are flying pretty frequently and they take one flight a week or one flight a month, they're probably business travelers. And business travelers, people who travel a lot, are very anal, quite a few times. Why? They're always in front of sanitizers. Why? They're always going into hotels and cafeterias, you know what I'm talking about. And so what we'll do is say, hey, listen, you're on a flight, we love to introduce a brand new product to you. And we'll send them a free bottle. Why? We know they're going to use it. It becomes your customer. Now they receive it, they want more, they want to buy more. Once they receive it, we send them a follow-up on it. Click here if you'd like to place another order on this product. It's attached to your Power for iGo site. They have no idea who you are. Why? They got your QR code from a buddy or from somewhere else. They have no idea who you are. And if you start picking up the phone, calling them or emailing them, you don't know what to say. You do it the wrong way every time. We know how to do it. We do it on your behalf. The algorithms and technology works consistently 100% of the time. The thing about humans, we're totally inconsistent. Use your energy for building distributors and relationships, not for following up with the customer base. Imagine Renee Young trying to keep up with 20,000 customers and growing. It's a headache. They use this. Then we notice, wow, they're taking a flight that's 7 hours or longer or 5 hours or longer. You know what we do? We send them a sample of Zents. Hey, try this when you get on the plane, and we give them instructions. Put this, when you get on the plane, use this, put your Zents in, put your mask on, and watch how you enjoy your flight. And they come back and they say, wow, this is incredible. I want some more of that stuff. And guess what they do? They order it. They have no idea it's network marketing. I told you, we will be the mini Amazon, Amazon described or disguised as a network marketing company. That doesn't mean we're going into every product out there. No, I'm talking about this is our Amazon. Amazon started with books and then a Kindle at first, okay? But they use data analytics and they use books to determine if you're reading science fiction books, you know what, you're probably more likely to want this type of technology, this product, and they market to you that way. If you're reading books on you know, if they realize, okay, how many books have we sold on what to expect when you're expecting? You know, that book that people read when they're about to have their first child? Well, in this part, we had 20 million of those books that were ordered, or 20 million people clicked on that book. Let's start sending them advertisement about baby clothes and Pampers and all the things that's how they built the business. See what the response would be, okay? And now they market it to those people, and now you're stuck with Amazon. You can't live without them. We want people to be stuck with you on the PRIB. So when you didn't understand the PRIB, it doesn't matter. We did. You don't have to. We understand it. It's my vision. I understand this industry. I've done it for 30 something years. And I've seen companies, even the billion-dollar companies are still doing it the old way. Why do you, this is the reason why 10 billion, 4 and 3 and 5 and 6 and 8 billion-dollar companies are staying at 4, 5, 6, 8, $10 billion. Amway's the granddaddy of them all. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that company. But why is it you're the largest and you can't even stay on 10 billion? Over the last 10 years, old way, antiquated technology. Do you know it was just 2001 when they introduced the internet to their business? 2001. They said, well, we're going to use online. Everything was analog. They're so far behind in technology. And so it takes a while for them to introduce the technology, retrain everybody's brain. And so we're like, well, I'm not going to wait. I am going to create the future of how I know every customer and every distributor will want to be treated. That's what your PRIB is. That's what you pay for per month. And I see the day that people are going to be begging. They will not want to do network marketing any other way, because we're going to do a lot of the work that you shouldn't have to do. We want you focused on what? acquiring the customer, building a network. Build that network. We want you sponsoring like crazy. Build that network. Teach them how to get more customers. We're going to give you stuff to sell. But so many people are into fancy stuff or things that make them feel good. Guys, listen, I sold $3 billion worth of coffee. I hated coffee. I despise coffee. I'm a businessman. I'm not a self-indulgent consumer. I can't get rich off of what I use anyway or what I enjoy. You know, and the reason I turned the opportunity down is because I listened to a broke person before. And a broke person said, you can't sell anything that you don't use. And then I turned the opportunity down because I quoted it. And many of us are quoting broke people. We don't know it, but we do. We quote broke people all the time. You can't sell anything you don't use. And then I thought about it. And I never forget, I'm on the plane. I'm coming back from Las Vegas. I happened to be sitting in first class. And guess who I was sitting next to? One of the owners of a casino. And I sat there next to him and I talked to him. And I'm looking at this casino. He was telling me about they're about to build another one. And I asked him, what's your favorite game? He says, I don't gamble. You don't what? I don't gamble. But I know that other people do. Here I am at first listening to the cable guy saying you can't, you know what I mean, quote unquote, the cable guy who says I shouldn't get involved in a product because I don't drink it. But the guy who's almost a billionaire says you don't have to. And then I started doing my research and I looked at Purina, you know, the company who makes the Purina dog chow, the dog food. I don't think the owner eats it. But he knows dogs need food. Cats need food. I thought about my aunt. I'll never forget the richest person in my family that I knew, and her name was Aunt Gertrude. And Aunt Gertrude owned, I don't know, maybe 16 or so funeral homes. You know what I noticed? She had never used her own service until she had to use her service. And she had no repeat customers. But she knew she was filling a need. I can't wait to go and talk to, I'm excited. Guys, I'm going to out-customer all of you. Why? Because I don't have to sell it. I want people to experience this. Okay? I'm going to talk to my pastor and going to talk to, you know, my mentor and say, hey, listen, and share it with them. And, you know, Jackie calls me up. She said, you know, I should talk. Hey, HB, is there a limit to the number of products that I can order? No. Why? Because I have somebody who ordered 100 bottles and now they want 100 bottles a month. Oh, we can handle that. Okay. And so when we put the customer portal up, your customers can go directly to the customer portal. You'll track your customers, you'll see the volume, and we send you the commission checks. We'll do it that way. So that's what we're doing. Don't listen to, you know, like I say, don't listen to even your own self and not understanding the PRIB. Replay my talk in Mazatlan until you do get it. Okay, until you do get it. And so, and the other thing I challenge you to do is to read a book called The Parable of the Pipeline. There's two characters. One is Pablo, one is Bruno. They wanted to build a source for water. And Bruno, you know what Bruno did? Bruno went out and got buckets. You know what, when he went out and got buckets and getting water from here and taking them there, Bruno was so successful. Why? It was quick money, fast money. Bruno got paid day one, broke all the records, doing it the old way. You know what Pablo did? Pablo took a little bit of time. He built a pipeline. And once his pipe, and everybody looked at Pablo, poor Pablo. Pablo, you can't get it right. You've missed your deadline on your pipeline. You know, that kind of rhymes. Your deadline on your pipeline. You've missed this, you've missed that. doesn't look like you're making a lot of money. But once that pipeline was put in place, that foundation was put in place, and he turned that spigot on, next thing you know, poor Bruno was out of business. Our goal is not to put anybody out of business, but he had a constant flow of water. And now Pablo was able to go out and live the life that he always wanted to live. You know what Bruno was doing? Still carrying buckets. He got old. The buckets got heavy, wore him out, doing it the old way. And I said, I don't know of too many people who have my experience in network marketing. I've been doing this for now 31 years this September, 31 years. And I'm pretty good at this. And I'm a historian when it comes to this business. I don't just make the money. I know the industry. I know the business. And when you do something for 30 something years, if you're not the best at it, you need to find another profession. Period. End of story. And so when people don't understand your PRIB or oh man, what are you going to be selling next? Tell them, I don't care what it is, something that a customer wants. That's what's next. Instead of folding your tent up thinking, well, they're right. How does hand sanitizer and ride share go together? Well, we'll take all of our drivers and we're creating a vitality pack. Did I tell them about that yet? That was a secret, didn't it? Oh, I can't talk to you about that. Anyway, I'm talking too much. We've been giving these presentations. I'm like, who have I been telling? That's in-house stuff. Anyway, we're not worried about that. So scratch that from the record, Your Honor.
Everybody pretend you didn't hear that.
Pretend you didn't hear that. So I didn't make this money for nothing. Put it that way. What's next, T. Gray?
All right. So we just want to talk. So that said, HB, we've been working on
now everybody's what's a vitality pack?
I know.
I don't know what a vitality it's vitamins. It's vitamins. You go to GNC and they sell a vitality pack and it makes your vital signs more vibrant. That's what it is.
HB. All right. So we just wanted to also bring everybody up to speed on
I'll let you take this one, yes.
What we've been working on this week. So as we move into the new house, here's what we've been working on this week. We've been working on system stability. Maybe you recall at the beginning of the week, it kept crashing. People couldn't get in. We got it to a place where it is consistently stable. It's actually working great, popping up at lightning speed. So we are, I'll call this one 95% done, HB, because we have not, even though we've turned the dashboard on, we haven't turned on the projected subscriptions piece of the dashboard. And once we turn that on, that's kind of a data heavy widget. Once we turn that on, that'll be the true test of whether or not we can totally check stability off the list. A lot of the fixes that you saw in the latter part of the week, a lot of fixes came quickly. And that's because you can't really work on the fixes until you get the system stable. So now that the system is pretty much stable, you see the dashboard came back. The dashboard is up, it's consistently up, it's calculating, and we are working on making sure that each widget is showing the right data now, right? So if the information in your widgets isn't exactly correct, don't stress. We're working on that right now as we speak. I also want to talk a little bit about the dashboard. Somebody said, hey, when I log into my back office, HB, they were saying the dashboard doesn't come right up. I'm seeing what looks like Ibm Hub. And we want you guys to know that that's intentional, right? Our house now has a foyer, right? Just kind of think of it as that, kind of a holding area, because what that does is it allows us to not have the site crash when we have specials and everybody goes in to buy it, because the dashboard is, again, it's data intense. It causes the system to do lots of calculations. And so by not making it the first page that people land on, it allows the system to not get bogged down. We've also been working on the shop. How many of you guys like the shopping environment that we've delivered with our new back office? And so the shop is being fine-tuned, and we've got a really big improvement to the shop that you're going to see in the next few weeks. we're going to actually organize all that information. So right now it's just kind of big mass, right? You go in there, you just kind of see everything. We're going to do like the Nike store. We're going to have categories. We'll have a Zents category. We'll have a Boomerangs category. We'll have a Elevate category, that kind of stuff. So we'll be able to make it neat and organized for you and searchable. And that's where we're going with this thing. Enrollments is another thing that we're working on. We want to make sure that that system works smoothly. There are many people who have been able to successfully enroll so far at all the different packs, which is great. We still have a few people having problems, and we're working on getting to a place of, let's call it enrollment confidence with that part. Also, another thing that we're working on with the shop is making sure that when you purchase from the shop, that the orders will show in your back office. We're keeping track of all the orders, but we are aware that it's not generating the order invoice for you to see, and we're fixing that as we speak. Other priorities that we've been working on are subscriptions. So we tested subscriptions yesterday. They didn't work. So we're making some fine-tune moves to that so that we can process subscriptions. Hopefully over this weekend, we'll be able to run all the subscriptions from the 15th all the way through to the 25th. Okay, so we'll keep you posted on our progress there as we continue to do that. And by the way, somebody said, well, how come they're not ready now? There are just some things that you can't really test until you have everybody in it. And so that's pretty much where we are. Like Holton talked about moving into the house. There are some things you can't find out about the house until you live in it. And that's what helps you to identify what needs to be tweaked, what needs to be fixed. And that's where we are right now. Commissions, we're working on that. As you guys know, we promised to deliver your commissions by tomorrow, the ones that we were due last week, and we will do so. And then lastly, we have all the manual orders that you guys have been blowing us away with. Like, it's crazy the number of show special, DocuSign orders and Elevate enrollments. I mean, we're talking thousands, folks. Like, you guys blew that away. Angela Olavito, our director of customer support, and her team are frantically working to keep up with you guys. Let's keep them busy. Let's keep them coming in. And so we are about to import all those orders into the system. So if you did a DocuSign Elevate, we captured that. Now we need to import it into the system, and you'll get your credentials, your login information, and all that stuff once we do that. Same thing with your show special, same thing with your manual enrollment. So the team is working even during this call. Prior to the call, a few folks had some privacy notifications when they tried to go to their replicated Ibüümerang website, and the team fixed that during this call. That's something called SSL, and that is fixed at this point in time. Things that we're working on, of course, the passwords and logins, all that stuff, you're going to see all of that become very stable and consistent over the next few days. Now that we have made such significant progress, though, on the ambassador back office, and we decided to start there because obviously you need that in order to build business. We are going to be moving into Powered by iGo next week. All right, that's this week that's coming. So this week that's coming, we have our punch list for Powered by iGo. We want to get that done so that you can actually now start to get customers. We got a big Elevate contest promotion out there that we want to make it possible for you to actually do that, which is to go get founding customers for Elevate. You need your Powered by iGo in order to do that. Bill Genius contacted me. They said our customer service is getting questions about why people can't get customers. Okay, you can't get customers at this moment because you need Powered by iGo to do it. And Powered by iGo will be rocking in hopefully the next few days as we start to do the tweaks and the adjustments that are going to make Powered by iGo work. So what should you do right now? Well, the first thing you should do is follow the advice from our amazing CEO. Just have a great attitude about it, right? This is a very important part of our evolution as a company, that we do this now and we do it together. And so that's what's happening. The second thing is, if you haven't ordered a place, try it in your back office first. Try it in your back office first. And if you have a challenge completing that order, go to the manual process. You can still get the show special at ibmhub.com/skintech-now, and you can do the DocuSign. And as many people have posted in the chat, it's a smooth process. It's a smooth process. Same thing for Elevate. Try it in your back office. If it doesn't work for you, no problem. Go to elevate.com, click get started, and do the DocuSign process. We'll capture that. You will get credit for it, and you will see that in your back office very soon. And lastly, if you have an enrollment, try that with join.myboomerang.com or your replicated website. If that doesn't work, if the person gets stuck, don't get frustrated. Don't beat your head against the wall. Just move to the DocuSign process, which is at ibmhub.com/get started. So that's what you guys can do right now as we continue to work. And the last thing is this: pay attention to our updates. We are a communicating company. We don't do what we do in silence. We will always communicate to you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're not going to hide information from you and hope you don't find out. So we communicate, but the opposite part of that is you have to receive that communication. So make sure that you are reading. If you get an email from Ibüümerang in your inbox, make sure you open it right away, because we're not going to over email you. But if we do email you, it's because we've got something that you need to know. We'll be providing multiple leadership updates throughout the day in the chats, the WhatsApp chats, and in Telegram. And we'll provide at least one major field update each day by means of an email blast. So we'll keep you posted on where we are, what the progress is, what's working, what's not working, what's being fixed as we continue to go. That's the update, HB.
Awesome. I think that's really good stuff, and just laid out very well. And guys, just always understand right where we are right now. This is the time that you want to pay attention and really understand where you are and where you are as related to the company. You want to make sure that you are, I always tell people, stay about a pace or two ahead of the company. My goal was always, if I looked at the company's growth, I always wanted to grow 10% more than the company. And you say, well, how could you do that? Well, you've got your organization is a smaller subset of the company's volume. So if you take a company, and let's just say a company does $10 million, right? For the company to grow 10%, they've got to do $1 million. They got to do 11 million the next month. They've got to grow $1 million in revenue the following month to grow 10%. But let's say your organization did $100,000. You only have to add $10,000 and do, $110,000 the next month to grow 10%. Well, where does that 10,000 come from? It's much easier for you to grow 10% because just bringing on new people in your organization. Let's say your group did 100,000 in volume the previous month. And let's say out of that 100,000 in volume, you had 100 distributors to join your organization that month. I'm just giving an example. Okay. Those new 100 distributors that joined your organization, let's say that, that 75% of those who created the volume the previous month stayed. That means 25% are no longer placing an order the next month. I'm just giving an example. That means that would be 75,000 volume, where you got to make up the 25,000 plus an additional 10,000. So you need 35,000 in new volume. You got 100 people. Well, the 100 people who join, who does $350, that's your volume there. That's your growth, and so when you look at it, the average person in our company comes in at around $500. That's the average. We have more people join at the first class pack than any other pack in the company. That's not even including your customer volume now and residual income and your subscriptions and things of that nature. So it's much easier for you to grow. If you only have one person in your group, you have another one, you grew 50%. So look at it in percentages. Just like in Elevate, we talk about percentages, not necessarily dollars. Look at it in percentages. You know, I'm getting calls, Sam Bean, hey, listen, my group grew 40% last month. Well, Ibüümerang didn't grow 40%. We grew, but his group is smaller than the entire company. It's big, but it's smaller than the company. You know, Cesar calls me, my group and my volume grew. Johnny calls me, my group and the volume grew last month. You know, Jackie tells me, and I was talking to Ronell, and he tells me, hey man, look, we grew this percentage last month. And so many other people whose businesses are growing stay a little bit ahead of the company's pace. And that's how you get swept up into the momentum. And then momentum is when your group and the company is all on lock and step. Growth is really, really happening like crazy. You've got stability, you've got growth, and it hits a mark. And the next thing you know, you get swept up into the wave. And it's not even, you see, when momentum comes, it's not because of how great you are. It's because you did enough of the right things and people got swept up into it when the company hit that pop. And so all of you in position to be able to do that. So T. Grays, what's next? Do you want me to talk about that Star Achiever plan?
Yep, absolutely. That's what's next.
But now we're going to talk about the Star Achiever plan. And I want to share something with you. Okay. I want to share with you how people are getting themselves prepared for the Star Achiever, this new plan that we're going to introduce. I didn't completely finish everything in Mazatlan. Many of you who saw it, some of you who weren't able to see it, but I told you, don't get caught slipping. I told you we're going to introduce new compensation, okay? And so I want to go through a little bit of this here so that you understand the benefits of it. Why are we doing it? Let's start with the why. The reason that we are launching the Star Achiever bonus is we want it, you know, normally bonuses are reserved for leaders who build large organizations. And only about 10% to 15% of your field will actually even believe strongly that they can get to that point, okay? But what if you had at least 85% of your entire field believing they can do something? So I follow, people say, well, what has made your business and your career so dynamic? It's my belief. If you remove my belief, I wouldn't have accomplished what I've accomplished. So I'm saying I'm modeling our compensation plan through the culture of what it is that we have here. And I said, I want people to feel that they believe that they can accomplish something, because if you believe you can do it, you'll run towards it. If you believe, you know, if you don't believe that you can do something, you're already stuck and you don't even try. It happens up here first. The belief starts right here and you're wondering, I believe I can do that. So I said, let's start with a simple bonus. You don't have to be a big builder. You can just be you and work yourself up to being a builder. So we said, Sapphire is great. We have a lot of Sapphires, but everybody don't believe they can be a Sapphire. But can you be a Star Achiever? Oh, I believe I can do that. We don't have 2,000 Sapphires, but just in 2.5 months, we've got over 2,000 Star Achievers. So people believe they can do that. Watch what's going to happen. Watch how many Sapphires we now break because of the number of Star Achievers. So the whole design was, let's reward the people for what they believe and then what they achieve. Believe first, then achieve, and then receive. And that's pretty cool. So we're going to call it the BAR. Believe, achieve, receive. BAR. Believe you can do it, achieve it, and then receive. Believe, achieve, receive. So we are raising the bar. How do we raise the bar? Lowering the belief threshold. You lower the belief threshold, you raise the bar. All right. Just came up with that just that quick. Raise the bar. All right. So here's what takes place. If we have the slides, do we have the slides? Okay. So let me talk a little bit more about it before they bring the slides in, or as they bring the slides in. So the bonus plan starts, it's based off of star achievers. Now, bonuses should always go to people who exhibit some style of leadership. So superstar achiever is a leadership level. That's a leadership level. You now have 5 personally enrolled ambassadors who are star achiever. Now, that's an accomplishment. That's 5 people that you've taught how to make their business center work. 300 points of QV in personal volume, your customers, your own subscriptions, anything that happens in with your ID number counts towards your qualifying volume for star achiever. So you've got 5 people who've done that. Once you have done that, you now qualify to receive star achiever bonuses as a superstar achiever. You don't receive them as a star achiever, you receive them as a superstar achiever. You don't have to be a rank. You can be a director and be a superstar achiever and receive these bonuses. Okay? So let's go through the plan here real quick and I'll explain a little bit more. The way we are doing it is this, okay? I want to explain one thing now. When we do this, we're paying the bonus based on what happens in the reorders. So that means that anything that goes to your customer site, anything that goes to subscriptions or orders that you place through the back office, all of that, those commissions go through the residual or the uni-level plan, not the binary. So here's the first adjustment that we're going to make when we roll this out. We're going to remove Star Achiever from enrollment packs. You will no longer at that moment be able to be a Star Achiever based on the pack that you use to come into the business. It will be 100% based on products either sold to customers, subscriptions, or products that you have reordered. Some of you still will be able to join the business and do $300 in other purchases. Maybe you say, hey, I want this first class pack because I want, just the first class pack on the travel. And then you say, hey, I've got some customers. I want to buy some product. You buy $300 worth of product, or your customers go and buy it. Your first month, you still can hit Star Achiever, but it won't be based off of the volume that goes into the binary. Okay, if you guys understand me. So it will be on reorder volume completely. I want you to understand this. This is very important. All right. So our target of launching this, the target is to launch this at Go Diamond. Why? Watch how many diamonds are going to be breaking because of how we have raised the bar by lowering the belief threshold. You lower the belief threshold here, you raise the bar. Okay. Believe, achieve, receive. Now, so how it works in generations. The first generation you qualify for is just by being a superstar achiever. You don't have to be any rank. You receive $5 on your first generation. What is a generation? I'll show you coming up in a minute when I give the description of how it looks. But your first generation, you'll receive $5 to infinity for every star achiever in that organization per leg. $5. Okay. This is in addition to what the compensation plan pays right now. This is in addition. Your second generation you qualify for is by being a superstar achiever as well. That means if you're a superstar achiever, you have another person who hits superstar achiever, that starts your first generation. And then it may go down 8 levels. And you find another superstar, that's your second generation. So any of the star achievers in their organization, you get $7. Anything between the second and the first, all the way unlimited width, unlimited depths, you get the $5. This is just money for doing what you guys are already doing, okay? Now, I wanna be clear. This is not designed where people are going to focus on telling everybody you got to do $300 a month in here. No, that's not our business model. You don't have to do anything at all. You're an independent contractor, okay? This is for people who want to develop themselves into a strong, who want to maximize compensation plan. But our plan by itself is already good. That's what you earn money from now. Okay, so no forcing people or making people think, oh, Ibüümerang is a company that, if you're not doing $300 a month, you can't make any money. That's not the case. Millions have been earned by distributors in our company before this bonus. Okay, so I don't want that to be the issue. The third generation, you've got to be an executive director. We took it down. Normally everything starts at Sapphire. We give you $10 for every star achiever on your third generation. Guys, this is huge. I was talking to Ronell, he's so excited. He told me at the party, he says, Bugs, I think I got over 200 star achievers in my group already. That was for the month so far, not who's gonna finish this month, okay? Over 200. Can you imagine how many of them, I don't know how many are on his third generation, but even if all of them were first generation, that's still $1,000 extra. 200 times 5 is 1,000, right? Yeah, it's $1,000. If they want his third generation, it's $2,000. On your fourth generation, you must be Sapphire to get the fourth generation. $15 per star achiever, each one. So here's what's going to happen so you guys understand this. Some of you don't understand it. Let's say you are a star achiever and you are in somebody's organization. Just on what your star achiever revenue is, here's what we're going to pay out. We are going to pay out the $5 to somebody off of that 300 you did, the $7 to somebody, the $10 to somebody, the 15, the 3, and the 2. 6 separate commissions will be paid off of each star achiever. That's what we are willing to bet on. We said, I'd rather give up a little bit of this, betting on more volume, bigger bank. I'd rather take a smaller percentage of a larger number for our company than a larger number of a larger percentage of a small number. So this is your generation. Sapphire, $15 per. Sapphire is still where the major reward is. Get the Sapphire, produce Sapphires, you get paid big. If you want to maximize the plan, I base it off of developing, as a top leader, developing your Sapphires. Your Sapphires are going to develop your superstar achievers. They've got somebody to go focus on now. How many? That's what you should be doing as a Sapphire. How many superstar achievers are you going to be developing? Superstar achievers, how many star achievers do you have in the organization? So now there's a hierarchy of importance of what your responsibilities should be. Diamonds are focused on sapphires. Blue diamonds are focused on rubies, primarily breaking emeralds. You want to go blue diamond, you break emeralds. You want to go diamond, you break sapphires and rubies. Okay? I never focus on my pen. I never tried to go crown diamond. As a matter of fact, once I hit, actually, when I hit crown ambassador diamond, I didn't even know it. It was the 3rd month and my back, I was not paying, I was a crown ambassador, didn't even know it. Why? My focus was on, I knew how many sapphires I broke. I knew how many rubies I had. I knew how many other pins I had. That's how I built the business as a distributor. I've never seen this bonus in network marketing before. Me personally, I haven't seen it. but I know what it's going to do. Okay. Next slide, please. So it's easy to calculate now. So you don't have to be doing percentages. You just look at every time you see a star achiever, and guess what? In your back office, we're going to get it to whereas you're going to be going through your genealogy, and you'll look at your binary genealogy, and I'll see if every time they're a star achiever, if instead of the circle, well, maybe it'll be a circle, but there'll be a star in there. What do you think about that, T. Gray? That's on the fly. We can do that. You know why? We own it.
I love it. That's a great idea.
And so that way you'll be looking through your group and seeing who's star achievers. And it's just pretty cool. We're going to have a report. You can click a report and it'll show you level or generation or level one, how many star achievers you have on your front line, how many you have on your second level, how many you have on your third. You push the button, it'll give you the report. Okay. So we'll do cool stuff like that. So it's easy to calculate. This is an example here of an organization that we have. Like on this first generation, they've got 24 in their first generation. That doesn't mean 24 personally sponsored. They may only have 5 people personally sponsored who are star achievers. But those 5, and they may have other people who are not superstar achievers, but they've got star achievers. Maybe they only have 2 personally sponsored. Those count as their first, within that first generation below the star achiever. I mean, the superstar achiever. And they count them all up. So $5 times 24, $120 bonus. Second generation, $7 times 35 total in the second generation. When you add them all up, it's $2,303 extra money. We took what we considered to be a pretty nice, strong Ruby organization that we drew out of star achievers. And we said, this is what it really could look like for the Ruby who's on their way to Emerald. Okay. You're probably not going to have this amount of star achievers if you are a executive director. So I don't want you to look at this and say, I've got executive director making a $2,300 bonus. The volume alone is going to take you'll already be Sapphire just on the star achiever volume. Okay. That's here. If you look at it, 101 plus 77, that's 178 plus 63. That's going to give you what? 251. Then you got 56. That's going to give you 307. Then 342. Then 342 and 24 is going to give you what? 66. So you got 366 times 300. That's over 18,000. That's $19,000 in volume. Just in Sapphire, just in Star Achiever bonus. So I want you to always remember it's math. Okay, how much volume do I have in Star Achiever bonus alone? And so you look at that. This is the kind of bonus that a good Ruby organization can actually have. This is expected here to have that in an organization, especially with everything that we've got going on now. Next slide, please. Lifestyle bonus. What we did say is, you know what? We wanted to bonus you on ranks. This actually applies to another part of the plan that I didn't even tell you guys about. And I'm not going to confuse you now. We're doing something else as well. Didn't even talk about it because I don't want your head spinning. Okay. I'll talk to you about it a little bit later, how we're simplifying something else, but we're adding this bonus in here as well. Okay. So you look at it, Sapphire, once you hit Sapphire and you requalify Sapphire, we're gonna pay you $300. Every time you requalify, you get $300. You know you got $300 coming in addition to your uni level, in addition to your Star Achiever bonus, in addition to everything else. You hit Ruby, we're gonna pay you $600. Emerald, $800, Diamond, $1,000, Blue Diamond, $1,200, Black Diamond, $2,500, Presidential Diamond, $5,000, Crown Diamond, $10,000, Double Crown, $20,000, Triple Crown, $50,000. That's your base. You start the month off with that. Why is that important? We want requalifications going on. You hit a rank, and what happens sometimes is a person says, well, I hit this rank, I already get the recognition. They're going to let me sit in this section here. Some of that's going to change. Okay. So it won't be, yeah, we will recognize you as a lifetime rank, but we won't celebrate you today for what you did 2 years ago. All right, that's only fair. Tom Brady won't get another trophy unless he wins this year. Nobody cares. You know what? Nobody's talking about Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. They won last year's Super Bowl, but they didn't invite Patrick Mahomes to Disney World this year. They invited Tom Brady. I want to always get invited back to Disney World, and you do that by requalifying. Okay? So I want you to, we're going to incentivize you to do it. Some of you get so close and you say, well, you know what? I get the benefits of Sapphire anyway. I don't have to push to do this extra 2,000 in volume. I'm going to get the benefits anyway. Well, now you have an incentive. Hey, listen, if I don't do this volume, I don't get my bonus. And what happens is, imagine an organization of everybody pushing to make sure that they reach their bonus. It pushes everybody up. Rising tide lifts all ships. That's the purpose of doing this, putting more money back into your pockets. It's the purpose of doing it, okay? Now, you say, well, where's the money coming from? Right? Here's where the money comes from. Couple adjustments that we will make. You know how we're doing some of the other bonuses now every month? Sponsor 2, we're gonna give you $200 and all of that stuff. We won't do that anymore. The bonuses in here, everybody can qualify. We invest a lot of money into that on a monthly basis, but we feel we'll get more mileage out of giving it to you every single month. You don't have to wait for the promotion. The promotion is already in here, and it is your superstar or your star achiever bonus. The other adjustment that possibly will be made, let's just say it will. Let me say it will. We always look for ways to put more money in your pocket. The other adjustment that will be made is right now, if you take a look at the subscription for only the travel, only your iGo platform, that CV may be lowered just a little bit to be consistent with everything else that we have, okay? And so the lowest that it will ever go will be 60% CV, 60 CV. Right now you get 75 CV. So what does it mean? It means $1.50 difference in a commission in your first 3 levels, okay? But you got a star achiever in there. It pays you, one star achiever, I think pays you, you know, if you're getting your star achiever bonus in there, it's going to pay you 3 times that amount, okay? So when you take a look at it, it works itself out so that we can put more money back into the field. This actually costs us a little more, but we're just reshifting that. That's the only thing we're reshifting. And the other thing that I want everybody to recognize is we looked at, you say, well, man, this is going to be hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars that you're paying out. How did you do it? How are you going to do it? We're looking now, for right now, what we have done is for this promotion, we have done free shipping to anyone and everyone, okay? We are going to have a standard shipping price because we look right now, we're paying hundreds of thousands of dollars per month on everybody who's been buying Zents. Our shipping bill, it's a couple $100,000 per month that I look at on these expenses here, getting it out. And we're like, okay, well, no, we'll maybe give free shipping for certain things, but not every product that you buy, okay? So each person will be responsible for their own shipping. We're gonna have it where customers can get their own shipping or get their product for their shipping for free based on certain purchases, or being a preferred customer. We'll cover some things like that, so you get paid more. But you as a distributor, you know, every product that we buy, when all of our suppliers who send it, they don't ship it for free. We, just to get our bottles, Tigray, how much was the shipping just to get our first round of bottles in?
Right now we are running at about $75,000.
Just to get it shipped?
Yep, just to get it shipped.
That's just shipping. I would love to say free shipping, but guess what? I own the company. I take total responsibility. I could tell, hey, give me free shipping. I'm spending millions with you. No, it doesn't work that way. All right. So just want to let you know so that you guys are in the loop and that there's no surprises. We operate from the IT factor, integrity and transparency. So that's where it comes from. Plus a little bit comes out of the company's pocket. our percentage of payout will be a little bit more, and that means our profit will be a little less, but we'll take a little less with you doing more volume. Is that fair? Comment in the chat. Let me know if you think that's fair. If you don't think it's fair, say it's not fair. Doesn't matter. Okay. We want you to, I want to know what you think, it's your company. We want feedback from you. And, we just want to know what your thought processes are. Is that fair? We want to come to you as partners and let you know what it is that we're doing, where it comes from, so you don't feel like, well, I didn't know this was going to go happen. I've been a part of companies who change a compensation plan, lower it. Nobody knew. You just got your check, and they say, shut up, stop complaining. It's the most money you've ever made before. Take it or leave it. That was really their concept. Okay. And we're not going to do that. We're going to tell you exactly what's going on here. Okay. So T. Gray, what are you getting on Facebook? Are you getting some fair comments? Are you getting this is not fair? Are you getting hey, I want a refund?
No, everybody says it's not just fair, but that it's very fair.
Good. And I don't want you to tell me what you think I want to hear. I want to know what you really feel. If you hate it, tell me. Okay. And if there's something that makes sense about what you're saying, we'll look at it. We will look at it, but we think about these things long and hard of what we can do to make it better for you. Okay. So, international is where we pay a lot of money for shipping, like a lot. So we're going to be making those different adjustments there. And so we'll always update you and let you know what will be coming and what takes place. Okay. Now, so go to the next slide, please. Let me share with you how this thing looks. So if you take a look, I want you to imagine this is your organization here. Okay. This is how your group looks. On the left side, you see the SS, that is your first superstar achiever. When you go across, that is your front line. That is the people that you personally enroll. The person next to the superstar achiever is not a star achiever. They're just doing their regular volume. And there's no star achievers in their organization. The next person, which will be the third from the left, they may be star achievers, but in that organization, there's 5 star achievers in that organization. That's why we put a number 5 there. The person next, there's no one there, or no star achievers in that leg. Then your next one, 5, no one, next one, 5, no one. That's just an example. But your first superstar achiever, in their first leg, all the way to the left, they have 5 star achievers in that organization. So we didn't draw each person out, but there's 5 star achievers. There's 10 in the second one, 20 in the third one, 5 in the fourth, and 5 in the fifth. All of these constitute your first generation, even though some of them may be many levels in depth. In this example, you'd have 5, 15, that would be 35, 45 star achievers below your superstar. So this would have given you a bonus of 45 times 5. Are you guys getting this? Please let me know in the chat. I want to say I got it. If you don't understand it, I'll break it down even more for you. Okay? Let me know if you got it. Okay? I want to know that you actually do get it. You are the leader of this organization. You've got one superstar achiever leg. And in that superstar achiever leg, all of the star achievers below, all the way down to infinity, you get paid on them all. Go to the next slide. Now what happens is the second generation is written in purple. Okay? Below this superstar, below in purple, all of these represent a superstar achiever, and how many are below? Okay, 21 star achievers here on this second generation, 28 in that next leg, only one superstar achiever there, and that second generation, and then you see 7 and then 35. Okay, your bonus will be attached to the second generation here, provided that there's a superstar achiever between you and the star achievers. It can't be you are a superstar achiever and then I have a star achiever right below me and I get paid on that. Your upline will. You have to develop that person into a superstar achiever, and then any star achievers below constitutes a generation. If you understand that, say, I got it. Make sense? Stephen Thompson, make sense? Does it make sense? It makes sense, right? Good. It makes sense. As your organization grows, we want to pay you for depth. This plan will pay you to infinity in depth. Levels don't count. In our uni level, you get paid 7 levels with dynamic compression. I want to explain that. This, it doesn't matter how many levels. Some people are going to be 100 levels deep, and you're going to be getting generation 4 bonuses on them. And you're going to be looking like, how did I have 1,000 people on my 4th generation who are superstar achievers or, star achievers? Trust me, it happens. I've done this before. We just didn't get paid for it. We got to thank you in a pen, and it was great, but it lifted the entire organization. And I had people who had never earned money before who are now consistently getting $600 a month of residual income. And they never could even earn a monthly check in another company before. And $800 a month and $200 a month and $1,500. Those are the checks that impresses me. I don't care about, when I see Johnny's check or Cesar's check, it doesn't impress me. I borrow money from them because I know they got it, right? But no, it doesn't impress me. They're monkeys. But when I take a look at Jackie's check, I asked Jack, can I get a loan? Can I borrow $1? Is what I asked Jack, can I borrow $1? But I look at the people in our organization who've just been steady along. They came in the business and they only wanted to be travel agents and book people's travel. And they weren't builders. And I'm watching them now, and they got a $500 a month residual income. They couldn't have gotten that through just booking travel. I'm like, this is why I built this company, for them. Okay. Do they want to get to 1,000? Yes. Can they get to 1,000? Of course they can. That's why we have the leadership. That's why we have events. That's why we do all of those other things to grow our people. Go to the next one. We put it in color code so you can see where your 3rd generation starts. And your first leg, you notice it started 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 2nd generation or 3rd generation started on your 5th level. Some of you may start on your 10th level. That's great. The deeper they start, the more money you're going to make, because you have so many people in between who become star achievers, and it just pays you on all of that revenue, that volume. This is why you want to go wide. Don't try to get all of your money out of one leg. Go to the next level, the next generation. And this is just an example. 105 and that leg, 15 on that leg, 135 on that leg, 15 on that leg. That's your 4th generation, 15 per. $15 for each one. Go to the next one. Okay. So I think you go, next one. Okay. There we go. Now you got your 5th generation. Okay. This one has the 2nd star achiever leg, superstar achiever leg, has not reached generation 3, 4, or 5 yet. That's how some of your legs are going to be. But when they do, you still get paid on it. Go ahead. Next, then generation 6. And on, and so you'll have however many below there. So that's how that will work. And you'll be able to look and see how many people are star achievers and superstar achievers in your group. This is why we came out with this bonus here. Our goal is to launch this at Go Diamond, okay? And our Go Diamond, we'll be announcing that shortly, possibly next week in terms of the dates. But we're looking, Go Diamond is normally in June, and we're looking at how and making sure we solidify location for that. How we're doing our events is hybrids. We're gonna have a small number of attendants, and then we'll do a lot of it on live stream. And so as they're getting packed out, now they're going to be, they're going to sell out now probably in the first day of what we'll be doing. So we wanted you to understand the bonus structure of what we're doing. we've got something really cool that we're going to be doing as well for sapphires and above, because we got to feed the leaders as well. But I got to take care of, my babies first. And I don't mean to call you babies, but you know what I mean. My elephants, my fish, the people who are just like, hey, listen, I'm going to be a big builder, but let me earn money on my way to becoming a big builder. And this is why we put this plan in place here. So Tigre, we're going to do something that's pretty unique. We're going to allow maybe a few questions, and I'll answer a few questions from either the Facebook chat or the Zoom chat. And then I think we'll call it a day.
Great. And is there anything you want to limit these questions to? Is there anything that you've talked about so far today?
Don't ask me about when something is going to launch. Don't ever use the CEO's time to ask a date. That's a waste of the resources. Ask something, with related to what it is that we have here, or something that's just been compelling. If I had the moment to ask a CEO a question, what would it be? I wouldn't ask, if I sat in front of Warren Buffett, I wouldn't ask him, when are you going to retire? It's a wasted question. It's not a dumb question. It's not the best use of his time, because that's a once in a lifetime or once in a every now and then thing. So go ahead.
So HB, when we asked if people thought that the shipping thing was fair, there was one person who did say that they think it's going to be a significant increase for people international outside of the US.
Well, here's the thing. We never said that we're going to charge the full amount for shipping. We just know that we can't do it for free. We always look to take care of our people, and specifically Zents. Zents is fairly internationally. We figure some things that we may be able to do. When you're shipping a liquid, we know we won't be able to shoulder all of that cost. I can tell you what we've done already. We have already, we were coming out with Skin Tech, and the leaders will tell you, even Project Star will tell you, we came out with a wholesale price of $19.95. And I never forget, I think it was Doris who was telling me she thinks it's too cheap. She could sell it even in markets where the income wasn't so high. Because of what it is, she could sell it like crazy for even that price or higher. So we did a price analysis, and that was per bottle is what we had priced this at. There's nothing on the market, like it, outside of, specifically, we have there's a patent on it. We have the exclusivity in network marketing on a global basis. No other network marketing company can sell this. And we have a US exclusive that we have. Trust me, even the other companies that they had business with have no idea how to market this the way we market it. So if you see a company selling it, if you do, don't make that your big deal, okay? How many Mercedes-Benz dealerships do I see on the freeway? And the other Mercedes-Benz dealership, they don't cry and say, I can't sell any cars because down the street they have Mercedes-Benzes as well. No, you focus on your marketing. I was watching an interview with, what's the guy name who got the Wingstop? Rick Ross. And he took a Wingstop that was losing money, but he put his flavor on it. And he said that Wingstop became earn $1 million in a year. And it wasn't even breaking even. It was losing money. And there's another Wingstop right down the street. And there's another one right down the street. And there's another one over here. As an entrepreneur, stop thinking that you've got to be the only one in the world to have something to make it work. No, it's not. There is something that you have that nobody else has, and that's you. That's what they buy. People buy HB. Why? It's not sold anywhere else. HB is not available anywhere else. So whatever comes with, so I work on packaging me, and any other product that comes with it is the bonus for the customer. They buy me. This is why I don't try to oversell. I use a story and I simplify it. I make it personal for the person. Other companies are not going to do that. They're going to sit on the shelf. They're selling primarily to companies. We already have so many people who've got companies and orders and stuff like that already. Matter of fact, I gotta read off some stuff here. These are people. Here's what's happening already. I just put out a list in a chat here real quick, and here's what's happening. I've got Kiara Lasty. This is just since we released this product. She's already got 90 sales, 90 bottles sold. Angel Trend. You guys remember the young lady that I said, do you have enough evidence to be convicted of someone who's going to be a star achiever or a diamond? Well, she's a sapphire. She hit sapphire. Let me look at my message here. I think she's already done the volume for Ruby already. Let me check my chat here for example. Hold on one second. Man, I received a lot of messages. People are so fired up. Okay. I got a message this morning. Okay. She sold $16,645 in volume and about 6,000 of it within 48 hours. Okay. So she's pushing for Ruby. This is just now. Why? Following instructions. Okay. She's got evidence. So she sold 104 bottles. This is personal sales, not group sales. Doris Lopez, 120 bottles. Rowan Bond, 37 bottles. Andres Hernandez, 143 bottles. Guys, if you're hearing your upline name on this call, you need to get busy. Match their efforts. Match them. They're leading. Lily, is that Parmigiani, 30 bottles. Carmen Lindo, 38 bottles. Charmaine G, 40 bottles. Wally Laufenberg, 20 bottles. Alejandra Molina, 25 bottles. Ramon and Rosie Roy, 15 bottles. Monica Chavez, 746 bottles. 746. Christelle Jean, 3 bottles. Edwin Lucerio, 20 bottles. Patricia Barrera, 24 bottles. I think it's Sayuri Pena, 14 bottles. Angelica Garcia, 21 bottles. Esmeralda Muñez, 8 bottles. Erica C, 1 bottle. Guess what? I am just as proud of Erica C for selling 1 bottle as I am for Monica selling 700 bottles. I just put a little thing in the chat right during the call, says, let me know some of your sales. This is not everybody in the company. This is what some of the people who immediately responded, and many people have sold a lot more bottles. They just didn't get this message. But this is why we put this plan together. This is what makes that plan work. Sam Bean did a call-a-thon. Cesar Munoz on Tuesday after the event did a call-a-thon. He did a call-a-thon, and I have to give you his results here. This was immediately after the event. Well, how many was it? They sold over 2,000 bottles in 15 minutes on the phone, making phone calls, using a script in a group. 15 minutes, 2,000 bottles. Taking matters into their own hands, making it happen. You know what happens sometimes to professionals? Well, I'm a doctor, or I'm an engineer, I'm a school teacher, I'm a corporate consultant, and I don't see myself picking up the phone, calling anybody about skin tech. But I guarantee you, you get hired on a job, if your job and the boss told you, here's what you have to do to maintain your job, you do it. I'm the CEO. I'm free. I'll call more people than any of you. Why? Because I'm solving a problem. I ain't scared. I'm not afraid. Okay? This is how I do it. Sam Bean had a calling party as well. I don't know, I forgot what his numbers are, but they were crazy numbers. Crazy numbers of how many bottles that they've sold and things of that nature. So, I think Jackie told me how many packages, how many show specials. She says, right now we're at over 140 show specials and counting. And they keep coming in. Keep coming in. That's what you do. How you make it work. Okay. So I think that's it I have on comp plan T Gray and how we make this work.
Yeah, I want to combine three.
Oh, questions. I forgot. I was answering that question. Yeah. And it was a long answer to it. So we're going to take care of that. I just want you to think through it. And I'm not criticizing your answer. I'm glad that you said that, but I want you to think through it. We're always going to be more than fair. We don't just do what's fair. We do what's generous. And here's what I want you to think it, because maybe you're thinking for your distributors. When they buy an Apple iPhone, they never ask for free shipping. If they buy Louis Vuitton, well, they won't. I don't know if they sell online, but they never get free shipping. You know, and when they order Amazon, unless it's Prime or whatever, but they pay for it, free shipping. So I want you to just think of businesses that have similar product. Either they're going to build the shipping cost into the price of the product, or they're going to charge you shipping. We decided, let's take this price way down, the cheapest that we can get it. T Gray will tell you how much did I hammer our suppliers?
It was endless.
I got to the point, you guys wouldn't believe it. I backed away. What did I tell them?
You told them you're not going to do it. You said if we can't go further, you're not going to. You're ready to walk away, and you walked away. And then when you walked away, you wouldn't even call them back. You made me call them. Some of our Project Star people, you saw me remove some people from our chat. That was our partner. I removed them from the chat. I'm not going to let you participate. Not going to let you see all these testimonials, because you're getting all these testimonials, and so you want the price to be here. Out of the chat, hadn't talked to them since. I'll back away. I'll cancel this whole product. This is after everybody had samples. If you're not going to take care of me and my people, we're not going to do business. I got the pricing that I wanted. Still hadn't talked to them. And we got the price, and we said, I want it at this price, and we got it. And we figured out a way to do it. This is why I made the investment. We just signed the lease on a brand new warehouse, 6,000 square foot office building with 3,000 square foot of warehouse and warehouse space where we'll be doing all of our fulfillments. It's, that's what we did. We're putting the investment into it for you so we can keep the price cheaper. We're going to be hiring a lot of people. It's a service that we want to do in our community of bringing in, employing other people as well, giving away opportunity and jobs for people, doing our part, and giving you the best price that you can get. And because if we would have outsourced it, we would have kept the price up. I said, I'll bite the bullet. We'll hire employees. We'll go ahead and order all of this equipment, machinery, whatever we got to do. We'll do this in-house, provide a service, and do it so we can get the price cheaper. So we make that sacrifice. What was your next question, T. Gray? All right, so I want to combine three questions that I think really go together, and it's perfect time for that. One person asked, what would you recommend? How would you recommend that I go Sapphire over the next 6 days? Okay. Guyonel asked, it's the last 7 days of the month. What would you recommend that we focus on in these days? And Dynamic Debbie says, should we focus on customers or ambassadors or both?
Okay, there you go. Great. A great leader, or even not necessarily just a great leader, but a good beginning leader focuses and are able to do what we call walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. That's a saying that we have, meaning don't be what I call unilateral in your thinking. You've got to be dynamic and multidimensional in your thinking. And so it's not one or the other. The purpose of building distributors is so that you can get a much larger customer base. The purpose of getting a customer base is so that you can make retail profit. Your customer base will not expand by your customer base alone. But the overall customer base expands when you build a network and focus on sponsoring new distributors while getting your customers as well. How do I get customers? I also turn my prospects who are not for the business, into customers? I'm always thinking multiple things at one time. And so that's a great question to ask. I don't want you to feel like I have to do one or the other. No, build the business. Where's your prospect list? Where's your customer list? As you make now, getting people into the business, as they make a list of names, they're going to make a list of names of opportunity seekers, and they're going to make a list of people who would be product lovers, who would love our product. Many of the opportunity seekers will turn into customers. This is where your big customer base will come from. Now, you also have an opportunity for people that you know probably don't want to do the business, know about the business, don't want any parts of it. Let that be your customer base. Companies, owners of companies, don't show them the plan. If you've got these in some industrial plant, don't go, hey, I want to show you the opportunity. No, show them the product. We're entrepreneurs. Do you know business people will ask, if you show them the product, if they're looking for opportunity, they'll ask you, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Is there an opportunity attached to this product? So don't go out trying to, just spill your opportunity on every single person unless you qualify them for that. The majority of the people, yes, qualify to get a presentation. Some, they're just going to get your product and become customers, and that's okay. Where would you start? There's 7 days left for the end of the month. Oh my goodness, 7 days left. You've got an entire month. The mentality that we have, we work through the zones. Now you guys are going to start seeing how the zones play. In our back office, it's going to let you know what zone you're in. White zone, blue zone, the gold zone. Gold zone is massive volume. So in the gold zone, what I would do right now, if I were you looking to go sapphire, here's HB. I'm in the business. I've got 300 in volume in my entire organization. Me, that's it. But I'm going to go sapphire. So what is it that I do? I look at it and say, sapphire is the goal. Sapphire is 14,000 in volume. I never set a goal for the minimum. I always look for when I'm breaking a sapphire, I tell them to shoot for 20,000. Rubies, 50. Emeralds, 100. Diamonds, 250. Okay, I got 7 days left. I got to do 20,000 in volume in 7 days. So if I've got to do 20,000 in volume in 7 days, that means I have to do 3,000 in volume per day on the average. So I break it down, start at the end with the end result, and then I break it down on what am I going to have to do daily. Some of you have people in your group already. It's easier for you. I'm giving you the example of somebody who would have nobody and how I could hit sapphire in 7 days, okay? So I start with that. I've got a $3,000 volume goal per day. How do I do it? I start now, I have nobody sponsored, I have a prospect list. I'm gonna make a list long and strong. I have 100 people on my prospect list. I am now gonna invest the next 2 hours of my time setting up an opportunity meeting, whether it may be Zoom, a meeting that's going to take place at my house, whatever it may be. I want to be in front of people now. There's nobody that I know of that I stand in front of them and I do this right now. By the way, I don't want you guys doing the acid test live. Leave that for the video, okay? Don't do that. You don't need to be scientific to sell this product. I want people in front of me so when I'm talking about our business and we give them the sanitizer or we give them the skin tech, when they come through the door, whatever it is, and I'm going to talk about the product, I'm going to put it on their hands and I'm going to listen, they're going to want that product. That's why I want to do in-person meetings, and they're going to see my lack of fear of shaking their hands because I'm good. I'm protected here. I'll show the video, whatever I need to do. So I've got my list. The next 2 hours, I'm making phone calls. I'm setting up the entire week. I take my calendar and I prioritize my calendar. And how I was building, I would start with my spiritual time. I'm going to mark that out. Why? Because if that's what's most important to you, don't substitute it. Now, for some of you, you use spiritual time as an excuse to sit in the church 6 days a week. That's not building the business. If that's your job, that's fine. But mark out what your spiritual time is. Next, family time. I'm marking that out of my calendar. Next, work time. What days do I have to work and how many hours? And then after I get that done, there is nothing more important than me going for my goals. So now I look at, here's the time that I have. I notice, you know what, I get to work at 8 o'clock and I've got people on the East Coast. I may have a couple of people in another country. That means that I could wake up at 5 o'clock and I can do an opportunity Zoom call for my people over in the EU. I can do that before I go to work. You know what? I get off at 5 o'clock. That means that I'm available at 7 o'clock to do a meeting. I'm available at 9 o'clock to do another another Zoom meeting. I'm mapping out how many opportunities do I have to create 3,000 in volume. So let's say I have on the maximum 3 opportunities per day within the last week. I'm okay if I've got 3 opportunities per day. I'm looking for $3,000 or $1,000 in volume per meeting. Well, how do I do that? My upline is going to be working with me because I'm brand new. I don't know how to do it all. I'm going to have a list of people that I'm inviting to meetings. I'm going to have a list of people that I'm inviting to a Zoom, and I'm going to have a list of people that I'm sending an I decide to. I'm categorizing my list of who's going to get what before I even call them. I already know Edwin Haynes, I'm inviting him over to the house. Such and such is in another state. They can't come to the house. This person is going to be on my 7 o'clock or my 8:30 or 9 o'clock Zoom. So out of my list, I already know who qualifies for Zoom, who qualifies for in-person meeting, and who am I going to talk to during my lunch break. And before I wake up, if I have an international group, or before I go to work. I now have 3 opportunities per day. I've got my schedule out. Family time is already calculated. I may not have spiritual time on this on Monday. I don't have to go to church on Monday or whatever. Whatever it is that's important to you and your spiritual awareness. I don't have, tonight, I don't have to go coach my son's football team. So that's not family time tonight. So I'm free. I've got 4 opportunities tonight. I've got 7 o'clock. I've got 9 o'clock. I've got lunchtime, and I got before I wake up or before I get out of the house. So now if I've got $3,000 goal per day, what do I need? I need 3 people who are looking at first class pack, or 6 people who are looking at the business class pack, not including customers. So I'm making sure that I have 5 people minimum in each one of the presentations that I do. Why? Out of 5, I can get 1,000 in volume, specifically if they're in my face. If they're on Zoom, I'm probably going to need a little bit more people because I have to deal with their distraction factor. But here is my plan, and I work my plan. Here's what happens. I work my plan focusing only on completing my plan. And you know what happens? Towards the end of the time, because you're in such a rhythm, the universe opens up quite often and it throws people in your plan that you never thought about who were going to be there. The universe rewards you for your consistency and your faith, not your curiosity and your doubt. Every time I was going for volume, every time, more shows up than was needed. I'll give you a story behind it, a real quick one that everybody's heard of. You guys read in the Bible, the story of, and this is not being religious. This is me teaching you how to understand things. When you hear the principle of, oh, well, Jesus took a loaf of bread and he took 2 fish and he fed 5,000 people. You guys think he took 2 fish and 1 loaf and fed 5,000 people. That's what you really think. 1 fish? No, it was the principle of, based on his faith, he always ended up with way more than he needed to take care of anything that he set his mind to. That was a parable talking about that principle. It wasn't about a fish and 1 loaf of bread. Physics don't even allow that to happen. It was the mindset of, I believe in what I'm doing. I know I'm going to have enough, and I have faith that there's going to be not only enough, that there's going to be an abundance. That's what it's all about. This is why I work, and I've told people my philosophy, okay? Work like it depends on you, pray like it depends on God. Whatever your faith is, it doesn't matter. But you get rewarded according to your faith, not your doubt, not the science, you don't get rewarded according to your facts. You get rewarded according to your faith. I put my head down and I got 7 days and here's what I'm doing. And I get so entrenched into those 4 moments of opportunity to expand my business. My story is going to be so compelling. They're going to buy HB every single time. I don't sell products. I tell stories. And they fall in love with the storyteller, and whatever comes along with the storyteller, they purchase it. It just happens to be the opportunity. It just happens to be skin tech. It just happens to be whatever it is that you're marketing at that time. It just happens to be Elevate. That's what happens. And I get qualified people. So if you want to know how to hit your goal, that's how I do it. And I'm not telling you something that I think. I'm telling you what I do over and over and over and over again. That's what we do. I listen to Johnny when he lays out his plan and says, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do X number of calls, and each one of these, here's how I'm gonna hit my goal. When he went Black Diamond, he knew what the numbers were, and it was like, man, it's a stretch. But he got busy in his faith, working. And guess what happened? Things and people came into the business that he never thought, and he was way over the requirement. He had his 1 loaf and 2 fish experience that took place, and he had an abundance. It's a parable of abundance. It's not about fish, and it's not about bread. Next question.
Jonathan Benales says he's run through his list of people already. So how can he generate a quality list of new prospects quickly?
Meet new people. Real simple, Jonathan. You've never run out of a list, okay? Be creative. You're an entrepreneur, Jonathan. Never say I'm done. Never say I've run out. I just gave you I know you put the question in before I gave you the principle of the one loaf and the 2 fishes. Think through that. Let me ask you a question, Jonathan. How many people do when you go to your dry cleaners, if you go to one, have you talked to them about the business? When you go to your dentist, does your dentist know about the product and the opportunity? Your doctor, if you have any kids, your kids' school teachers, your neighbors, does your neighbor who live on the right know exactly what you do, and have they seen the opportunity? Your neighbor who lives on the left, do they know exactly what you do? The ones that you wave at all the time, the people that you see in line all the time, your common market, where is it that you work out? The person that you smile at often, the person that you give maybe a spot to. It doesn't mean call them up saying, hey, listen, come see this plan. Strike up a conversation, meet them, get to know a little bit about them, continue building your list of people. If you're going to be at home, I will never be at home if I don't have a list. My business is not in my house. If I have zero lists, I am out. I'm somewhere. I'm going to be at a restaurant, ordering dessert, meeting somebody, whoever it is that I make eye contact with. The energy is good. Wherever it is that I'm going to be, hey, how are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'm at the gym. I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to work out a little longer. I'll go to when I go to pump gas, whoever's pumping gas, man, that's a really nice car you got there. You know, make a sincere compliment. Strike up a conversation. You're in the elevator. Don't tell me you're in the elevator. Stop being the silent one. Make the joke. Break out of being who you are. The person that you are, if it's not a millionaire, is not going to be the person that becomes a millionaire. If it would be, you'd already be that person. And this is to everyone, not just Jonathan. You've got to transform yourself and get uncomfortable. You can't stay doing the same thing and say, well, it's just going to come. No, you got to grow into it. I couldn't stand going out meeting people. But what I do is every day I take 5 quarters, put it in my right pocket. I couldn't come home unless my quarters were in my left pocket. How to get a quarter from my right pocket to my left pocket? Once I meet a person, build rapport with that person, exchange phone numbers. Even if I don't say anything about my business, I take one thing out of my pocket, 1 quarter, put it over to my left pocket, boom. Now I got 4 of the quarters left. I remember how I built relationships all the time. I walk up to them, hey, you look familiar. Look like, oh, is your name John? I don't know their name, I'll never forget it. Your name John? No, man, you look like somebody who was at an opportunity presentation for my business. I'm sorry, a what? Yeah, you look like somebody who was at one of my opportunity seminars. Well, what kind of opportunity seminars do you do? Oh, you know, I teach professionals and non-professionals how to develop a 6 to 7 figure income in their part-time. And I was just happening to have some seminars here. By the way, do you know anybody who would love to enroll in such a class? You know what they're thinking? Me? What is it all about? Listen, man, I'm on my way out of here right now. I'm over at the grocery store. I don't have a lot of time. Here's a number here's my phone number right here. Here's my contact card. What's the best number to reach you outside of home and work? Oh, here's my mobile number. Bingo, works every single time. Every single time. And I built a list and I'd walk up to people and I got trapped twice. Hey, is your name John? Yeah. And I was stuck. I never forget it. I was in a Walmart. This is back in 1991. I'm in Walmart, right? 1991, 92. And I walk up to a guy, is your name John? He says, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I chose the right name at that time, okay? So don't use a basic name, use something else. But it was my way, it was what I did. I got uncomfortable doing it. My goals were bigger than the pain of suffering through discomfort. Got it? All right, Desiree says, I get the point, HB. Go on to the next question. All right, next question.
HB, I have to say this, man. This just turned into Accelerate Day 3. Everybody's getting blessed today. All right, here is the next question. This is coming from Philip. Now that we have for each enrollment a travel pack and a product pack, what are your thoughts on who each one is right for?
Now that we have a travel and a product pack, remember, we provide those packages so that you have options based off of what your desire is and how you want to build the business. I don't ever choose what's right for another person. What I do is give you options of what's right for you. And what's right for you may not necessarily be what's right for Edwin. What's right for Edwin may not be what's right for Angela. What's right for Angela may not be what's right for Mark and T. Gray or whoever. And so you know, some people are going to come into the business and some people say, you know what they say? Let me answer this one here. Let me teach you what you really feel, not necessarily just this person who's answering the question, but everybody on this call here. I want to teach you what you really feel. Say, well, how are you going to tell me how I really feel? Because sometimes you need an expert to interpret your feelings because you simply don't have the words to properly describe them. Most people say, I joined the company and I don't want to do any products. I can't stand selling products. That's a lie. That's not the truth. You don't hate products. You know what you hate? You hate selling a product that you know you have to convince somebody to buy because 50 other companies sell the same thing. And you know you've got to create this story about why your product is more superior than anybody else's other product. And you don't even have the facts to back it up. It's faith-based products. Take this juice, my pill does this. Well, what about the other pills? I'm telling you, my pill is made from the best products and the best, materials, and we have, safety precautions and all. I don't like doing that either. Hey, you know what? You don't have to buy this product. Let me show you something here real quick. You know what I do? Every morning I do this right here. When I finish brushing my teeth, washing my face, first thing I do is I apply this. Let me share with you why I apply this. Every single day, I already know my hands are gonna touch, I don't know how many different things. And guess what? This product right here, let me share with you what it does. First of all, it's antimicrobial, antibacterial. It's gonna kill bacteria on contact. Watch this video here. You see that? You see that acid? I don't touch acid on a daily basis. That means that everything that I touch doesn't hold it can't penetrate anything. This is what I use right here. It's the best skincare product in the world. How can I get a hold of that? I don't sell anything. I tell stories. If you're selling, if you need a safety data sheet, if you need the FDA approval sheet, you're doing the wrong thing. I'm talking to everyone, specifically those in my chat groups. If you need a safety data sheet, if you need it to sell the product, you're not going to be duplicatable. Please don't teach your team because they're not going to maximize their sales. You're not, okay? Now, if you need it because a company is buying it from you, whole different ball game. Well, he said it's FDA approved. Can we please get the FDA approval so I can prove to my customer? They don't care. My chef got it for me. Why? Because it's HB approved, not FDA approved. Are you approved? Are they going to buy it from you? This is how you sell the products, okay? So don't get caught up in all the minutia and stuff like that. It just doesn't work. Where were we, Tigre?
Next question is, it scrolled so fast, it got away, but the person asked, can you talk more about the autopilot packs?
Yes, I can. But next up, what I've got to do, I've been talking a lot. I've got to go back to the key to success. Everybody in the company, everybody in corporate, they knows the key to success over here. It's not consistency. It's great lip balm. And I'm so happy I found this one. I didn't find it like on the street. It was in one of my pockets, and I put on some pants the other night, and I looked for it. I was like, man, I can't find my good stuff, and it's been lost for about a month. So, autopilot program. We did the autopilot program, and Mark's putting it on the screen. Thank you. To make Star Achiever easy for you. Okay. And so back to that person's question, don't force anything to anyone. Don't make anybody feel that they have to do anything. Present the options and let them choose. I guide people to what their goals are. When I present Star Achiever program and the benefits, and I show the story, show the recognition videos, that's how you get them to go to Star Achiever. You don't get them to get on Star Achiever by saying, hey, listen, you want to be a Star Achiever? They don't know what it means. Show them. Take the video, okay? Take the little excerpts of the recognition component, okay? And just do some cuts of that. Mark, here's what I want you to do. Write this one down here, Mark. I want you to take have the video team to take the recognition components that we do and break them down so that the field will have recognition videos to show people on their team, and they can just send it out. Say, hey, listen, would you want to be a part of this at the next event? People are going to look and like, yes. Take the Eagle Talk. Take the recognition for Star Achiever, BÜM, the BÜM 100 Club, and BÜM 20,000 Club, and the BÜM 1 Million Club that you know, it's going to happen sometime soon. And now we'll have that tool, and you can use the story. Stop talking so much and let the stories go, and then now they'll say, wow, yeah, I'd love to be how do I qualify for that? Let me share with you how to do it. Now they own it. When I have to convince someone to do something, they won't consistently do it. And so the Star Achiever Autopilot, we wanted to give options. If you love iGo, I love iGo. I save so much money on iGo. It is insane. But if you also want Elevate, every one of you should be on Elevate. And the numbers T. Gray gave you, that's just the number we process. That's not the number that's come through. Remember, we're doing all of these manually so far, okay? And so we are on Operation 10,000. We're gonna have 10,000 Elevate students like that, okay? So if you like Elevate, I was talking to Albadash, showing him something about how important education is. And something else that I was doing, you know, I told you guys what I did. I traded stocks, and I had one person that I was working with. I had never met him. I just watched what they do, and they send me advice and stuff like that. And I just showed Avi. He sent me one piece of advice while I was in while we were in Mazatlan, and I just did exactly what he told me to do. And 3 days later, I sold that security, and I think it was an 80% return on my money. And I said, Avi, you know how much I paid for this? Just to get that piece of information, just to get that type of piece of information, I pay $78 a month. And if you want others, it's this, and it's that, and it's this, and it's this, and it's this. And I say, even if it was $1,000 a month, it's worth every penny. Look, 80% I just made in 2 days. I was talking to Edwin. He saw me. He's like, you're just sitting here printing money. I'm like, yes. I'm like, Ed, you know, I have a large real estate portfolio. I said, you know, when I buy a house, and if I can make 30% of my money to sell it, that's great. Sometimes I make less. I said, he said he saw what I just made on a trade that took place. How long did that trade take place? Minutes, right? I said, Ed, that's equivalent of me buying a house and selling it in 10 minutes. You know, it was the amount that I put into the house in terms of the budgets that I buy. I don't buy expensive houses. I buy very cheap houses. That's where the big money is. And so I don't spend no more than 200,000 on houses. Some of them, my best opportunities have been 25,000. So I showed it. Hey, look what I just did. It's like buying a house, and I flipped the house. Guess what I didn't do? Didn't look for a real estate agent. Didn't have to go out there and put paint on it. Didn't have to do this. Didn't have to do that. I got the exact same return, but I got it in minutes instead of over a 90-day period of time. I still will always do real estate. I love it. I'm passionate about it. But the value that you get in education from Elevate, you can't. It's priceless. And so we put the iGo there. Why? iGo is the center for your boomerangs. So if you don't have iGo at some level, you can't send boomerangs. Why? The easiest way to get a customer is through travel. We want you to get the travel customer so we can sell other products for you. So we put together the iGo Elevate component, and we gave you some other products that are in there. So you have iGo, you have Elevate, and you'll also have some of the Zents moods that are in there. For those of you who want iGo only, we'll have the iGo, and and you've got the Skin Tech in there as well. So you've got iGo only, you don't have Elevate, but you've got products in there, okay? You've got products in there. Some of you who have Elevate, and you won't have iGo because you're like, hey, I'm not into the iGo, I don't travel or whatever. You don't have to have it at all, but you just won't be able to do the boomerangs. You won't have a barcode, your QR code. And then you've got products in there as well. So you'll have some of all of that. And then we've got the Zents, whereas if you want all product, you can do all product. Here's the cool thing. You can be on Elevate, you can be on iGo, and because you've got a customer base and you use these as samples to get your customers, you can just go out and get you a Zents Moods autopilot pack in addition to your Elevate and your iGo subscription. you're going to start seeing people do $2,000 and $3,000 and $4,000 a month of revenue volume in their own center every month. Just look at Jackie Diamond. She's got one customer, 100 bottles a month. So that comes with 13 CV. So that's 1,300 volume per month, one customer. It's not including what she's going to sell, what she's going to buy, what she's going to use, her and Jayla. That's not including, other customers. It's not including her iGo. She's an Elevate. I expect Jackie and Jayla to be doing $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 in volume per month. 5,000 in volume per month. You know what you need? You need 50 distributors on iGo to do what one person will be doing. This is why incomes are going through the roof, because now you see how volume driven it is. This is why we put together the Star Achiever Autopilot program, and then we bonus you an extra 100 QV. So now you look at it, how many people do you have on the Autopilot program? Do you know why we're giving you the 100 bonus QV? None of you even know. Let me explain to you why. Not to entice you to get on this. You're doing us a favor. When we run and we know, hey, this person's on the Elevate Autopilot program, and we know that you're on subscription on AutoShip, what we look at is we run a report, and Tunde will look at the report and say, we've got 6,000 Elevate subscriptions that are Elevate Autopilot programs. You know what he does? We don't have to wait to put packages together. So he'll have crews that will be putting together just those particular packages, and we don't even have to worry about the name. They'll just be boxing and putting those packages together. It saves us time, it saves us money. It saves us money on projections of sales. If you make it easier for us, we want to bonus you. That's the reason we're giving you the bonus. Otherwise, if you wait till the end of the month to place an order, now we've got to customize each package. We'll still do all of that, but it makes it much easier for us when we already know here's these packages that's going to come through, and we'll already have them pre-packaged. It makes shipping easier. You get your product much faster, and it becomes cheaper for us. So somebody says they're confused. Okay. What part are you confused on? Okay. But anyway, because I want to clarify that. Tell me what you're confused on.
HB, I think people they're trying to understand if it includes their $99.95. Do they need to switch to the auto? And I just want to all of the packs, even the ones if they take their they don't have iGo, they just get dropped down to the customer version of iGo, because everybody's got to have one. But I think that's what they're just confused about. Does it include or replace the current subscriptions?
All right. So, all right, there's no need to have two iGos. You have to remember, in the beginning, we only had on subscription, we only had iGo. Then we brought Zense in. You have to have some iGo if you want to use the technology that we have, whether it's your full package or your basic package. That's why even a person who comes in at standby pays $49.95 a month, because they can still build a customer base using our technology. When you have the iGo Elevate, this will replace your iGo subscription. It's not going to change. This is included. This is not going to be an addition. Okay, it's not going to be an additional $300. That's going to be your total. If you come back in and place other orders for other products, that's great if you want to, but this is what you're going to get. We're giving you $355.91 worth of product for $300. So we're giving you a discount and we're giving you bonus QV. If you see that, we're making it easy for you because you're making it easier on us. We'll give you a discount because when we see what we can order, it makes it so easy for us for warehouse and for warehouse management, inventory management. It makes it so much easier for us, but we want to turn that benefit back over to you. So it does include the price of what you're already paying. It just folds into this autopilot thing. That's what it does. Hopefully that clears it up for you. Any cleanup I need on that, T. Gray?
No, that's on target.
Okay. All right. From when can we, the auto, I think Schmeckel brothers said, when can they do the autopilot program? T. Gray, when will the autopilot be up in the back office for subscriptions?
So give us till about Monday. We just need to fix one thing right now. If you choose it, it charges you for it. But here's what's really cool about our new platform. We can actually make it so that you can choose it and it doesn't charge you for it until it's time for your subscription to run. So we're working on that right now.
Yeah. So now here's the thing, guys. If something happens and you choose something and you get charged and it's an error, let us know. Don't freak out. Just let us know. You know, it was so cool. We had a lady who enrolled and she was so anxious to enroll. She didn't see, or our system, this is when we first turned the system on, it was so slow and she did it again and she pressed the button. Well, we charged her 4 times. She was cool. She called customer service. Hey, I have 4 charges on. Guess what we did? We refunded them. Okay, we refunded all 3 charges or all 3 extra charges, and we'll do the same for you if there's some mistakes that are there. Okay, so if subscriptions are already paid, I'll let T. Gray get into some of that stuff, and we'll just give you more of an FAQ. Angela, if we can put an FAQ together with the autopilot program, so that they'll know, you know, based off of if they have the subscription ran and they want to enroll in it now, should they wait? Could they do it now, and how that's going to work? We'll put that in the FAQs for you guys. Okay. T. Gray, you got 2 more questions, and then we're going to shut it down. But people are mad. More people have joined the call.
Yeah, I told you, this is Accelerate Day 3. People are excited. This is a bonus round. JJ's question is, what is the value of being an Elevate founder?
The value of being an Elevate founder is a couple things. Number one, you get to start when I start. I told everyone I would not start and take a full class until we have Elevate ready, and you start when the CEO starts. Why? I didn't want to have a head start on the field. I wanted to give everybody who already knew we were going to launch this a chance to say, I am in the same class, getting the same education at the same time as HB. Right now, if I want to trade 1 Forex, I wouldn't even know which website to go to do it. I know nothing about Forex trading, nothing. Well, you're the CEO. Aren't you supposed to know before you launch this? No, we brought on the people who were experts. That's what you do. You bring on other people who are smarter than you. John Spencer is the best, period. That means nothing else is going to be said, period. So when I learn what a pair is, you have the same opportunity to say, you know what? I was in class with my CEO. We gave some people a chance to be before you, obviously our Project 10 group, because we wanted them to, they beta tested it. Tell us what works, what doesn't work, what do they like, what they don't like. And I can't wait I'm going to be in that class with you. I'm going to go through it with you. That's one benefit. The other benefit is you start off making money. The sooner you get educated, the more you can take your money and multiply it. Even if I wasn't in the class, and so if I had a chance, if I knew my learning curve was going to be 6 months and I started 6 months from now, that means that I can't start making the money I want for a year. But there's no better time to start a new project than today. That's one of the most important things. The earlier you learn, the earlier you get into your profits. And then the next thing is we're giving a promotion. The price is normally $150. We're giving it to our ambassadors for $99. Your grandfather for 1 year. Even when we raise the price, your price will not go up for a year. It will not. So you save some money and take that savings and put it in your trading account and turn that $50 times 12, which is $600. It's like we're giving you $600 to put in your trading account. What if you can take that $600 discount and multiply it, 1,000-fold or 100-fold? That's, or even 10-fold. That's $6,000. That's the way I look at things, so those are the benefits. Next question, T. Gray.
Okay, HB, here's the last question. Well, we still have the welcome back promotion.
Hold on for a second. Somebody is giving me a message here. Hold on. I got to read this message. Hold on one second. Oh, this is good.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back. That same old place that you laughed about. Well,
everybody clap with me.
Since you hung around. But those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya?
Jack cares when you see Jack. Oh, we tease him a lot, but we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 So, do you want a welcome back program? It's your company. You tell me if you want it, you got it. So T-Gray, make it happen.
Done.
All righty. That was a good question to end on, wasn't it?
Yep.
All righty. I'm done. I love you guys. You guys are the most incredible ambassadors in the world. Let's go out here now, guys. Remember, two things. Enrollments. Tell the story to everybody. Light up these opportunity calls like crazy. Get your customers from those who say not right now and get some other customers as well. We've got our GMA who's going to be doing a tour. First event, I think it was Saturday, May 1st. That's going to be in Sonesta, Atlanta. You're going to see that. You're going to start seeing some other tour dates that's going to be up there. Guess who else is going to be on the road? HB is going to be on the road. Guess who else is going to be on the road? Your Black Diamond, Johnny Wembry. Guess who else is going to be on the road? Cesar, Moon, Yos. Guess who else is going to be on the road? Many, if not all, of your diamonds. It is time to put on your, y'all want to see my Elevate shoes? Can you see the green?
It kind of disappeared.
I've got my running shoes on. I got me some Elevate shoes, guys. I'm putting on my running shoes. We've got this thing locked and loaded. Let's win real big. And many of you, the last 7 days, I dare you. I triple dog dare you to take that training I gave you, lay it out, and go Sapphire, go Executive Director, go Ruby, go Emerald, go Diamond. I double dog dare you. Love you guys. Boom. Peace out.
I give out good when it comes back to me. Back to me. We can change the world. Can't you see? Can't you see? That I boomerang, boomerang, boomerang. 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 I gotta do better with my life. There's people not living that nice. You know that I hate that sight. It's up to us to make that right. Together we can save someone's child. I believe we can make it safe in the world so wild. Dark outside, we bring the light. You're a star, so shine so bright. We can make a difference. I give out good when it comes back to me. Back to me. We can change the world. Can't you see? Can't you see?